See ya. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome back to the WazzyCircus Radio, a show where I sit down with the most amazing motherfuckers on this planet. And that's my last F-bomb on this show, I promise. All right, here we go. 1,500 skydives, 6 years in the sport, level 3.5 tunnel instructor, AFFI. That's not what we're here to talk about.
Nope.
Base. 800 base jumps. Let's go. 800 base jumps. But these are not normal base jumps. What the fuck are we looking at? Listen, that's the second F-bomb. I'm sorry.
You made about 30 seconds.
Listen, I've got 35 base jumps. Everyone special. Everyone amazing. Everyone cutting edge. The greatest thing I've ever done in my freaking life. Where are we at? Undisclosed. Undisclosed. Area 51 style.
Yeah, it's somewhere out in, I'll say, Moab, Utah.
All right, we're setting up for the people listening. Let it play. Let it play. It's just weird surrounding. It's like you're on a rock, and it looks like there's like a horseshoe of openness around you, but there's cliffs behind. How far is that cliff away from you over there back there?
Back there.
Pause it.
Yep. I'm trying.
Pause this shit, man. This is too
loaded.
much. This is too much right now. All right, we got to stop this.
Yeah,
Nonsense.
we gotta get this.
You're holding on his chest strap so you don't fall.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Listen. Fear. Ah!
Hold on, it's not pausing. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Run it back.
Yep.
Have you ever been terrified in your fucking life?
I'm
Johnny
scared
Lava.
every day.
Oh my God. Hold on. Stop.
Hold on, it's I don't know.
Ghetto birds unite. This shit is nuts. He's standing on this thing. What's it called?
This is called the Griffith's Nest.
The Griffith's Nest.
Yeah.
You'll never find it, so don't fucking ask.
Don't even look for it.
It's what? That's 4 F-bombs. 3.5, 4 feet wide, sticking out over this thing. What is that? It's a hole.
So there is like a little, like, for if you look at it from the backside, what you would see is like this little, I don't know why the computer keeps pausing, but
Let it pause.
Yep. Should we let it kind of like?
All right, so listen. He's standing on the edge of this diving board into this horseshoe of nothing in Moab. His buddy, he just handed his pilot chute through his legs, from behind him, through his knees to his friend. His friend's holding him. He's holding his friend's chest strap because he's backing up to the edge. He's backing up on the diving board. His toes are on the edge of the diving board going backwards into this horseshoe opening, but there's no bottom. So it looks like he's in a bowl. What the fuck is wrong with you and your decision making in life is the question I'm asking as a father right now. So he's standing with his back to the edge of the backboard, the diving board.
Yep.
He's handed his pilot chute through his legs to his buddy. He's holding his buddy's chest strap. His buddy has his pilot chute. His buddy has his pilot chute in a 2-step deployment. So he has a knot of bridle in one hand, pilot chute in the other, so he can let it extend and then pop the pin. John is staring at him, holding his chest strap because he's about to do the gainer. You got the layout, what do you call that?
So that's technically like a backflip PCA. So it goes
backflip PCA.
Yep.
How tall is the diving board? How thick is that thing? That you
I believe the numbers on that were 126 to 130 to impact, and the fly out you had roughly about 5 feet maybe on each side. Yeah,
well, that's it.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and look at the numbers on that one.
The canopy's how wide? I don't know that dimension.
I believe they're about 25 feet wide.
25 feet wide. I know it's 35 feet from bridle to leg straps.
So I know you're like they're 12-foot bridles,
right?
And then from there,
it's about 35. I've measured it a bunch of times. It's about 35. So you 120. So goddamn it, the numbers make sense. You have an 80-foot error. The 5 foot is fuck you, bro.
Yep.
That's inches, dude. That's not feet.
Yeah.
If you're off heading, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're probably gonna die.
Hold on, listen, guys, because they're not
mangled.
rescuing you up in that motherfucker, man. Hey, if you're off heading 5 feet, if you're 10 degrees off heading, you're hitting the wall.
Yeah.
What canopy are you jumping that you think it's so fucking?
I'm jumping a canopy made by Exile B.A.S.E, the Griffiths. So
and that's the Griffiths. The Griffiths on the Griffiths.
The Griffiths.
It's the Griffiths squared.
Yep. So
you just did a back. What'd you call it?
Backflip PCA.
Backflip PCA Griffiths squared.
Yeah. So
only man in the world.
I mean, there's 3 of us that did it, but yeah.
On a Griffiths with the Griffiths on the Griffiths.
Only Griffithses have jumped this exit, so that's why we call it the Griffiths nest. It kind of adds in that little like.
That's why it's called the Griffiths.
The Griffiths nest.
One more time, please, from the top.
Yeah, absolutely.
One more time from the top. Listen, people. Griffiths with the Griffiths and the Griffiths. XL base, new canopy, full system company.
It's a new canopy to the markets. It got released early this year, and then so Chase, aka people know him as Adrenaline Addiction. He was the one that designed the canopy fully. Really cool backstory. I won't get too much into the backstory.
Get into it. Fucking get into it. Why not? What's the backstory?
The backstory.
Let it play it. Fuck it. Let him talk let him run while he talks.
Yeah, the backstory was he just thought that canopies. Oh, yeah, he was like, I think I can make a better version than what's out there right now.
So he's jumping the vented new badass, and he's like, I can do this better.
Yep, absolutely.
Because that's what humans do.
Yep, they evolve, right?
Isn't that awesome?
They're always trying to make things better.
All right, play again. Yeah, fine. All right, is that him?
Yeah, that's Chase.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Exile canopies. So what did he change? What did he do? What characteristics do you know?
Yeah, so I would say the whole like.
Look at that. That's beautiful. Let it play. Fuck it. Keep talking.
Yeah, like beautiful fly out and everything. I would say that just the whole characteristics of the canopy is completely different than anything that's on the market right now. Even when you look at the tail, the design of the tail is a lot longer than typical canopies that you see out there right now. Another big thing too is, is the glide ratio on it. Like, really can't stress that enough. Like the canopy. So for jumpers out there that have jumped, let's say an OSP and a Vision, I would say imagine an OSP and a Vision had a baby. And it's like the best of both worlds where you have the sportiness and performance out of the canopy. And at the same time too, it shuts down like an OSP. So when you're sinking into tight LZs, when you're jumping urban stuff, the canopy really shuts down, but it also has that glide on top of it. So it has that sportiness too, like the front rise.
It has that don't get caught.
Yeah, that don't get caught type of canopy.
Right? Because you can get the fuck away from the object, but you can shut it down if you have an off heading.
Absolutely. And it's
wow. I wonder what he did. So I know that for paramotoring, our tails are longer, and they call it what do they call it? God damn it, you guys are gonna get mad at me. It's something where the tail's longer, they can control it more. So he's
like
getting,
the trim?
Yeah.
Yep.
He has trims on his shit?
No, it doesn't have trim. It's just the way that the canopy's trimmed out is very unique and stuff like that. But I would say the biggest difference that I've noticed is, I mean, I've jumped a wide variety of canopies throughout the industry and throughout my base career. But it's been my favorite so far. I mean, and I probably have like 400 plus jumps on the canopy.
Have you had any off headings?
I mean, I've had slight off headings, but to me, I consider an off heading when it's a full on anything over like a 120.
Right.
Like a little 90s, you know what happens? Like you'll jump in some gnarly crosswinds and it's opening up towards the winds, and sometimes you just kind of anticipate that, but.
Yeah, right, because like the Mojo. I know it's old school, you guys.
I mean, that is an amazing platform, amazing canopy.
But I've had some 90s on some antennas on the thing. I'm going toward the guy wires.
Yep.
I shut it down, let out of the rear, and turn on a dime and fly away like it never happened. I thought that was the most amazing thing.
Yep.
And then I don't want to say any names. Fuck it. The Blackjack and some other canopies that were vented when they came out. I thought the vents kind of hindered the canopy on the shutdown in the immediate.
Yep.
They were more soft and falling where the Mojo was like, let's go.
Yep.
And that's why I was like, fuck those. But this was 18 years ago, 17 years ago that I was basing. So I was like, I didn't want to go with the vented because I thought the Mojo was better. I know.
Absolutely. It's like when new tech comes out in the skydiving industry, in base as well. You know, everyone's skeptical at first, and then over time it gets tried and true, and it's like, yeah, I can rely on that. But the main reason that everyone started switching to vented canopies versus non-vented canopies is like first 20 jumps were on a Mojo. So it's like you could stall it, but the problem is the canopy at that point, once it starts losing pressure pressurization, it wants to start almost collapsing. So I've had mojos where you fully stall them out and you're holding to try to sink and the canopy's buckling versus with the vented canopy, it's more of that like elevator effect where it's that initial and then starts elevating straight down.
Why is that, do you think? What is that? Is it
it's just allowing air to...
Just allows air to like, it kind of...
It allows air to continuously flow through it. So that way it's never like fully stalling out and collapsing.
Never thought about that.
Yeah.
I always thought about it being soft. I always thought that it wasn't pressure. I mean, dude, I'm old, you guys. I mean, I was jumping years ago, so I'm not up on this shit. But I always thought those vented canopies wouldn't have the responsiveness or crispness of my mojo. So I was like, fuck those things. But then everybody moved on and got them, and now they've got like ZP tops instead of the, you know. I still got the 280 mojo.
It sounds like we need to hook you up with a Griffiths and then really see what it's about. Yeah.
Hey, let's sponsor the show, Exile.
Yeah, Exile.
Like Bob was like, no, I will interview every single athlete you got, dog.
We got some cool ones for sure.
Let's get me a canopy, dude, and take me off the suits.
Yeah.
Just to God, okay. You never introduced. Oh, my motherfucking dog, Johnny Lava, John Lavan. Amazing dude, incredible spirit. Without any of this cool shit, without the skydiving, the base jumping, the tunnel flying, you're just a cool motherfucker, dude. You walk up, there's good energy. It's like, hey, how's it going? It feels like, I'm happy too because you're here, right? Like, 'cause that's the way it is. Look at him. That's the way it is, man.
Yeah.
All right, so I introduced him. Arizona.
What about Arizona? Are you talking about Arizona base? How I got here? What do you want to know?
All right. Let's go to let's talk about Johnny Lava, because this is what I know. Yeah. Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland, Ohio.
First tunnel.
First time I worked at with King of Prussia.
First skydive.
First skydive was Cleveland Skydiving Center. Shout out to Marcy and Logan. You guys are great.
Shout out to Marcy and Logan.
Yeah.
So you were jumping before the tunnel?
Yes.
How'd you get to the tunnel from the drop zone?
So the way I got into the tunnel was, it was pretty much right before right as the pandemic and all that craziness was happening. At that point, I was pretty much living in my car, just full like dirt bagging it, just base jumping my butt off. And
you were basing before skydiving?
So I was skydiving and base jumping, and then I got into the tunnel. Actually, the reason that the tunnel it planted the seed in my head, someone that I really respect in the sport, gave me advice one day. He's like, if you want to do these things in wingsuiting and base jumping and really take it to the next level, he's like, learn how to fly your body. Someday it might save your life. And lo and behold, it actually did save my life at one point.
Fuck yeah, it did. Yeah. Who was that?
That was Will Mitchell.
Shout out to Will Mitchell, man.
Yeah.
Hey, God damn it, that's the best advice you give to any fucking new flyer that walks up to you and says, hey, man.
Yep.
I want a wingsuit and base jump.
Yep.
Everybody says that to us.
Oh, I was 19 when I had that conversation, and it was like, you're young. If I can give you one piece of advice, is learn how to fly your body. Because so many people will get into wingsuiting very quickly, and I was down that same trajectory because it just happens. The bar to entry is pretty
low. 200 skydives, and if you have loot, you could buy the best suit.
Yeah.
If you got the best suit, you think you're doing the best shit. But if you can't fly your body, you're not doing a goddamn thing.
Not doing a goddamn thing about it. So he was like, what I recommend is the best thing you do is get tunnel time or work in the tunnel.
Hold on, I'm confused though.
Yeah.
You said you were living as a dirtbag in your car at the drop zone. So tell me. First jump.
Okay, we can back it up.
Let's go. First jump. How did you even hear about skydiving?
So the way I heard about skydiving at the time, I was flying planes and working in that industry. And
so you're a fucking pilot.
A little bit.
So let's go back, fucker. God, I love my friends. My friends are the best, dude. I swear to God. How did you start flying planes? Your parents pilots?
No, nothing like that. Honestly, I was coming home from school the one day, and I just had a bad day, and I saw a plane flying by.
School?
Yeah, high school. Okay. Right next to where I went to high school, there was this
Where is
small. This was in Menor, Ohio.
Menor?
Yeah, Menor,
Ohio.
Menor, Ohio.
What was the airport name?
It was Lost Nation Airport.
Los or Lost?
Lost Nation Airport.
Oh yeah, it's not. I'm in Arizona. It's not Los.
Everything is loose.
Ain't no Los here.
No loose.
Lost Nation.
Yeah, Lost Nation Airport.
Was it like the Aryan Nation got lost?
No. A little bit.
I fucking
Yeah.
I love you guys. I'm just saying. I'm proud. You're proud. All right, go ahead.
But yeah, essentially it was just kind of passing the airport, and like a plane was coming in on final, and I think it was probably like a 172. I don't really remember, but
a little. Okay.
yeah. And I was like, how cool that'd be just to just get in a plane and fly away. So the next day I went to
fly away from what?
Just
fly away from what?
Just fly away from your hometown, like
it's a small town.
Yeah,
sounds like a small town.
Kind of small town.
How many kids were in your high school? Do you remember?
Honestly, not really. No.
Like, because
I barely graduated through high school. Like
I'm sure. Me neither.
Yeah.
my thing with you is like, you're so big. You're so big and cutting edge and fucking worldwide, internationally. We're not going to talk about it.
We're not going to talk about that story.
We're not going to talk about it. But fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like internationally, globally, going big, jumping off of shit, getting in trouble, escaping by the skin of your teeth globally.
Yeah.
But you're from a small town. What gave you the ambition, dude? I'm trying to find the ambition.
The ambition came from, I would say, traveling, racing motorcycles with my dad growing up.
Motorcycles. Fuck.
So I was always on the go as a kid. Raced
dirt bikes or street bikes?
I raced dirt bikes. I raced motocross from the time of like 65s all the way up until...
How old were you when you got a bike?
First time I got a bike, I think I was like 4 or 5.
Okay,
like
so you ride a little 25s and shit.
Well, like a little PW50 that my dad picked up with the training wheels, all that.
Yeah.
And then from there...
This is Ohio.
Yeah, in Ohio. So my dad grew up racing motorcycles, and as much as my mom told him not to, he decided, you know what, I'm gonna buy him a bike. He bought me a bike and just absolutely fell in love with it. Like I was that kid that was miserable if I wasn't riding or like being
I've got
active.
one of those.
Yeah, it honestly was the best thing ever, because what I learned was traveling with my dad to all these races and traveling across the country was just, you see how big the world actually is outside of just that little small town.
There you go.
That was the escape. And I saw a plane fly by, and immediately I was like...
You already opened that the world was bigger, and then you saw an escape, and there it was.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was my escape. I was like, how do I get into this?
And what happened? Did you say dad?
From there, no. The next day, I went to a flight school, and I basically worked out a negotiation, a deal with the owner.
By yourself or with your parents?
By myself at first. So I literally walked in and said, I want to learn how to do this. I don't have any money. How do I get into this? And we start talking. Yeah, no bullshit.
Bullshit. Say it again.
Yeah, I walked in and said, I want to get into this. How do I get into this? I don't really have any money to...
Can I jump in, Mom?
Yeah. Go for it.
You gotta fucking try, man.
Always.
I had no money to skydive. I'm about to tear up, dude. I had nothing, dude.
Yeah.
And I said, how can I do this? Somebody gave me a chance.
Yep.
It's beautiful, dude. All right, take it off me, man. I'm crying and shit.
Oh, no, I think
because you gotta fucking, dude, you gotta kind of get to nothing and break to really get what you want.
Absolutely.
Because if not, you'll give up on anything. If it sucks, you'll give up on it. But when it's real, you're like, dude, please, how? Oh, it's beautiful.
It's like, if there's a will, there's a way. And all I know at that time was, I don't know anything about aviation, but I want to get into it. And
sorry for crying on the shit.
No, I so at the time, like I was talking with Larry, and it was like, we had our first introduction, and it wasn't anything, and we walked outside, and he saw my car, and it was really clean. He goes, oh, that's, it looks good, it's nice and clean. And I said, yeah, I detail it myself. And he goes, oh, you know how to detail? And I was like, yeah, I've been detailing cars and detailing trailers and all that stuff since a young age. Made money doing just a little bit of detailing jobs when I was younger, and I was like, I'm very passionate about detailing cars. So from there, he was like, how about you come and detail my planes, and you come and work for me, and you manage the fleet, make sure everything's clean. So after school, once you get off, you come in, long as your homework's done, long as your study's done. He's like, if I ever get a phone call from your parents that your school's lacking because of you're out of here, because that's the most important thing. And he was really strong about that. And then from there, he was like, I'll give you a job detailing planes. I will not charge you. All you have to pay for is fuel, and I will cover basically all of the cost of basically instruction, a little bit of Hobbs times, and then basically kind of worked out an agreement where we split that a little bit, but then fuel. So I was able to knock all that out pretty quickly. And then from there, I turned 18.
Hold on, let's go back. What's his name?
Larry Roll. Shout out to Larry Roll.
Cheers
to Larry.
Larry
Cheers
Roll.
to freaking Larry. I
Cheers
would not.
to somebody who gives a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Absolutely. I mean, I was mowing his grass at one point. Like, he would call me over and be like, "Can you come mow my grass?" I'm like, "Absolutely, Larry."
Oh, fucking yes.
Absolutely. Like, and and that's kind of how I was able to pay for the flying. And
it takes a man with vision to see that he can use like delegation and actually see the value in this kid who's passionate about it. Dude,
Absolutely.
my first job at the drop zone is just so fucking dumb, dude. My first job, he was like, okay, so this is cool. There was how did you learn? AFF or IAD?
I learned AFF. Yep.
AFF. Mom, I think I need to be a little bit louder.
Shout out to Logan. Thank you, Logan
Shout
Hall.
out to Logan. All right, so I learned IAD where you hang off the plane and let go and they throw your pilot chute.
Which is smart because you're learning how to fly your canopy.
Everything.
And you're breaking that part down before you start getting to free
You
fall.
hung out with your boy before.
Yeah, like I think that
this.
is something that is canopy skills is very much taken away in our industry. I think people overlook it very much. Base jumping, you see more people get fucked up from not knowing how to properly fly their canopy and having that little bit of like flying and understanding just how wings essentially work and just the basic characteristics of flight.
So when I teach 5 to 6 AFFs, do your thing, track, front flip, fucking dock, then 20 hop and pops, land right there. Oh man, I'm gonna implement this for my future students. If I ever do it again, my boss would put a Coke can out and be like, fucking land them right there and have them crush it. I can land somebody on a radio and crush a Coke can.
That's a skill in itself.
It's a fucking crazy skill that took 3 or 4 years to build every summer, sitting out there every day.
Yep.
So let's go back. We were talking about canopy skills. I would teach my people to do AFF. Why would I?
Your first job.
Yes, my first jump. When we were...
No,
first job.
Well, go back.
All right.
I'll edit this, but let's talk.
Yeah.
Your first job, what was it?
Yeah, that was
flying.
The flying. Yeah, I quit.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
At the drop zone.
Yep.
I tried to be like, okay, so we're letting go of the plane,
Yep.
and the hill is weird,
Okay.
right? Because if you look down, it's messed up. If you keep your eye on the plane, you guys, if you crawl out on the wing of an airplane and hang your feet off and hang while you're flying through the sky,
It's weird.
it's weird.
It's weird.
It's weird. And if you're depending when you let go for some guy to throw your parachute out, it's fucking weird, right? So
There's zero trust. You have no clue how the system
you showed
works.
up. You showed up probably hungover from the bar
I
when
was
you
gonna
said
say
we said we're gonna go skydive. Now I showed up. I don't want to be here. Probably haven't showered, haven't had breakfast, and now I'm sitting in this class and I'm hanging off a plane.
Yep.
It's weird.
Little do they know their instructor's hungover as well.
Oh, dude, my guy sweat profusely. Do you remember our first jump course? She jumped with me. We did our first jump together.
Oh,
Dude,
nice.
Our instructor was sweaty bullets the entire. He was so wasted. He was so scared. And
Wait, where was it
at?
at?
Oklahoma Skydive Center, Cushing, Oklahoma. Motherfuckers, let's go, Cushing, baby. Yo, I love it. I love it. It's my heart. My heart and soul's in Cushing. So, dude, I'm waiting tables at the time, and I'm like, I'm trying to get the fuck out of the industry, right? And I'm skydiving. I'm like, this is what I want. After my first jump, I knew my soul.
Yes.
This is one of those things where like I didn't give a fuck, dude.
I know exactly what you mean.
You know what I mean? It's
Like,
beyond. It's beyond. I want.
I want to quit everything that I'm doing right now, and this is what I want to do.
I'm going to quit everything.
I'm going to quit everything.
I have quit everything I've ever dreamed of, and I'm going for this.
Yeah.
So I show up. So I'm a skater. And I have a book, Roadrunner. Y'all can find it on. Fuck, I keep looking at the screen. In the book, we talk about building launch ramps. So I know how to build launch ramps.
Yeah.
I know how to build launch ramps. So I designed this thing from the wing because we had a mock-up. You'd hang down and let go and just get on your knees and count.
Yep.
So I put a creeper on the ramp. It had a notch. It was a little ramp. You look at your instructor, you let go, and you'd roll backwards off the ramp.
Yes.
It was so sick. And if you didn't look at me, you had to do it again, but we do it over and over again.
Yep.
Great success. The owner was like, all right, man. You care.
Yep.
No more rentals. You're in.
Yep.
Right? Like he saw the passion in me and he hooked me up, dude.
You saw the drive, and there's something to be said, like what you just said there, of innovating when I'm so passionate about this, I'm going to find the way to be the best at it, right?
Yes.
Like with base jumping and aerials and all that, like I dedicated time to trampoline park, the tunnel. Like you're constantly evolving. And then the thing that kind of makes, it's sad to see sometimes how the lack of respect people have when they get into the sport. They treat it almost maybe as a hobby in certain ways.
Right.
Where
it's not that.
It's not. It's
an obsession.
Dedicate yourself
to the
craft, right?
All right.
We can go down a whole topic.
Right. So we're going back to that, but I get
Yes.
accused of not staying on topic. So I'm going to finish this long ass
Me
story.
too.
It's probably real long. All right. First job at the drop zone. First job. Fresh out of college.
Yep.
I made a jump, crashed in on my face. I know they didn't think I was coming back. I came back.
Absolutely.
He's like, all right, mow the landing area.
Yeah.
Just get here early, mow the landing area, and you won't have to pay rentals for the whole day.
Yep.
It's only $20 a jump.
Fuck, I've done a lot worse for a lot less.
Right. So I show up, motivated,
Yep.
stoked, coffee, breakfast, bragging. Ha. Who else has breakfast? I'm doing the best job ever. Motherfucker, I'm out here.
Yeah.
Mowing, bro. Mowing. Perfect lines.
Yeah. Beams.
Never put the fucking blades down.
So you were just burning gas.
40 minutes.
40 minutes of burning gas.
Perfectly straight lines. Eating coffee. Stoked to be alive. Going skydiving. He just laughed his fucking ass off. He wasn't a dickhead about it. He laughed. I got on the plane, dude. And from that point on, I taught the first jump course for like 5 years straight.
Really?
Yeah, nobody else wanted to do it. They wanted to be on the plane. So I taught every Oklahoma skydiver how to skydive.
Yep.
It was the greatest experience ever. So when I got to the tunnel,
Yep.
I knew how to teach, dude.
You know how to teach and you know how to do like I wouldn't call it grunt work, but it's like the characteristic.
It's a grunt work.
Yeah,
It is a grunt work.
No one wants to do it. You know, some people sometimes feel like, I built myself up here. I shouldn't have to do this. But
Right.
I think that's what really makes you good at your craft is knowing every aspect of it.
Every aspect of it. And where's the fulfillment come from? Because like the high fives from your friends is cool.
Yep.
But when you teach somebody else how to do something and the light bulb comes on and they fucking cry and hug you, it's way better than a high five from your buddy.
Absolutely.
Who's actually jealous that he didn't think of that first.
Yep.
And you just pull it off in front of him and he's pissed.
It's so rewarding when an AFF student lands after they're just absolutely terrified from like 30 minutes ago, and then they land and it's like the biggest smile, big hug, and it's like, I believed in you. But I find it more enjoyable when you have a challenging student and they have that breakthrough. You know, when it's like that
That's
light
when
bulb.
the light bulb.
Oh my.
Oh!
You could see it clear as day. Like everything just like, oh, that's what you meant. They
That's
feel
what
it,
you
you know?
meant.
Like, and that's what I loved about coaching in the tunnel as well, was you could see it on a more, like skydiving, everything's happening pretty fast for the student, but in the tunnel, you know, they could sit back, they can watch the videos.
Yeah.
And I think that's,
Yeah.
it's so beautiful to watch that.
So your AFFI journey. Let's talk. Let's talk. Because you're like, yo, I'm going to be an AFFI. I was like, that's a beautiful thing.
Yep.
It's not what you think. It's hard as fuck.
Yep.
It's hard as fuck.
So the AFFI journey honestly wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Hold on. Let's preface this.
Yes.
You had me.
Yes.
You were an amazing flyer in the tunnel with a tunnel instructor job
Yep.
with unlimited free tunnel time.
Yep. Flying probably at that point, I mean, thousands of high flights.
Yeah. Thousands of high flights. So now you're like, I'm going to enter the game.
Yep.
I left a Cessna drop zone, 0 tunnel time, and showed up at a fucking Otter place. Skydive, a city, Zephyr Hills. We're going to 15. I've never been to 15 ever in my life.
Like, this is,
And we're doing AFF.
What plane were you jumping out of?
The Otter. But I was out of 182.
Okay.
But here's the deal. I had done so many AFFs, allegedly,
Yep.
at that point, from 900,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So 15, 14 was like, oh my God, dude.
Oh my
let's
God, what are we
go.
doing?
Yeah. So, fucking nuts, man. So you go to the course. You're ready. You're prepared. I wasn't.
Yep. I think it's just like anything in life. Like if you have the proper preparation, the task doesn't feel as bad as you maybe think it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's where it's. It just leads even back to my initial flying story, where it comes to instead of paying for things, sometimes it's good just to make friends and just be a cool guy and not be an asshole. And it's like the little things you can do sometimes to relieve stress, like where you'd be driving, I'd relieve you early and relieve on time. And then I can confidently come to you and say, hey, I want to go get my AFFI. You've done this for years. Any advice? And you're more willing to take the time to put it in because...
Are you saying you set me up because you knew you wanted something?
No, it's...
I'm kidding, dude.
It's not like...
I'm kidding, dude.
But it's like... I think that's how, like...
That's how life works, though.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. You showed up. You did your thing. You asked me for help. I was more than willing to help.
Absolutely.
I was more than excited to help.
Yeah, I mean, we spent... I'm not going to say it because maybe... The company will hear it, but yeah, we spent a lot of.
They don't give a fuck.
Okay,
we spent about an hour and a half.
Yeah, we spent a lot of training time on my AFF progression.
Yeah,
so
rollovers and spin stops, people. Rollovers and spin stops. If you want to be an FFI, go to the tunnel and ask.
That's all you got to do. And
but here's the deal: there's not many tunnels with AFFIs, dude. And they don't know what a spin stop or rollover is. They can't tell you the hand placement.
No.
That's the beauty of my position, where I know that.
Yep.
But it's also sad because there's fucking 49 other states.
Yep.
With how many tunnels that aren't getting it, you know?
That aren't getting it. And think about all the small drop zones to, I mean, like Ohio, for example, the closest one was Cincy. So it was like, for me to go to the tunnel, it was like a 4-hour drive to actually like a 3.5-hour drive one way. And it was like, you know, you're starting to look at the gas, trying to add all this up.
It was 12 for us.
That's a long one.
We had to go to Colorado from Oklahoma.
Really?
Yeah. There's no other way.
Yeah.
There was no other tunnel. There was Paris.
Yep.
Colorado, New Hampshire, Orlando.
Yep. And honestly, that's what led me into leaving King of Prussia and wanting to move into Arizona.
Oh, hold on. Let's we're not. We're still flying planes, Johnny.
Yeah,
Lava.
I know.
We are still flying planes.
Maybe you're gonna be bad on this podcast because we can just get off topic in our own world.
So airplanes, you're flying. Did your dad fly with you? Is he interested, or he just funds it?
No, it wasn't even him funding it. It was what funded a lot of it was the paychecks that I got from working from Larry for my hourly, and that's what helped.
So how did you get to the drop zone to clean planes?
So it was
Larry wasn't. He was a flight instructor.
Flight school, yeah.
And he saw your car. He's like, clean my planes,
Clean
and I'll
my
teach
planes.
you how to fly.
Yes. So it was that
Jacqueline.
trade-off. So it was
Jackson Chowdhury's gonna fucking detail airplanes to get his pilot's license.
That's the way to do it. Get in with the flight school, and I mean,
I'll fucking come
Larry
up every morning
was
and help.
a special human because then it turned into basically just doing any task he asked for.
Yeah.
And it was
he
like,
just needs a dude.
Yeah, he needs that, like, because he was an older gentleman.
Does.
Yep.
Every dude. Listen, every leader in any organization needs a guy, and if you can do it, he'll pay you your worth.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it was it held its weight in gold without a doubt. And then from there, what it led to was I started doing pipeline flights for like big oil companies.
Yes.
So we would start. So I took the grunt job of sitting in the back for 12 hours snapping photos of oil pipeline.
Okay, so what are you doing? Is it a glass bottom or you're out the window? What are you doing?
So we had two planes, depending on what plane we were using. One was out the bottom where it had the glass window.
Right.
The other was just out from the side, which really sucked because it had like you were just like locking your arm in, taking a book bag, like doing whatever you could just to get that arm.
Yeah.
And you would sit there for like 12 hours. And it was
you
just
did
like,
that. You flew around the back of the planes.
Yep.
That's why you don't skydive.
I hate being in. I've spent too many days and just like
I don't skydive. I don't want to ride them. Dude, you guys, I love you. And otters are amazing and magnificent. And some of these caravans and some drop zones have leather seats and Sirius radio and air conditioning. I'm sick of sitting on planes.
Yep.
I love them. I'm still a little boy. Airplanes are rad. All that. I stare at the propeller sometimes, and it's really cool. But I'm sick of sitting on planes.
Yep. No, I totally agree with you. And that, like, I would say that's what, like, not to jump too far ahead, but that's what the thing I love about base jumping is you're active the whole time. You're out in the mountains.
Right.
But before
Same
we
thing
get
with speed flying, baby.
Yes, you're out, even paramotoring. You know, you're not, I mean, it's not the same quiet in that Zen moment.
Right. But you're out.
You're out. And it's not, you're paying, you know, what is the drop zone around here now?
$35, baby.
$35? When's that going to be $50 a jump?
It's coming.
It's coming, you know.
$50 a jump ends careers, bro.
It does. $100 for 2 jumps, you know. It's like, that used to be able to get you like 4 jumps.
No, 5. In my day, it was $20 a jump.
Well, you're a little bit older than that.
Oh, fuck off. Oh, I can feel it too, man. Yeah, so let me talk. Skydive Arizona. The most amazing place. I'm looking right there.
Yeah.
Most amazing skydive drop zone on the planet, bar none. Nobody
Absolutely.
can compete with it. It's expensive, but you're paying for what you get, man. If you want to go to Cheesecake and get the fucking, well, not even cheese, that's so lame. They're better than Cheesecake.
If you want to go to McDonald's and get a burger.
Yeah, if you want to go to McDonald's, but hey,
get a burger.
Sometimes McDonald's is delicious.
I'm not going to say it's not. But
sometimes you need Ash in Austin, Texas, and you want some bone marrow, and that's Eloy.
Yep.
It's fucking amazing. It's amazing. You can get acupuncture, dry needling, massage, new gear, a rig, a helmet, go swimming, get a beer, Otter, Skyvan, DC3. It's expensive.
It's expensive.
I have a drop zone that offers $15 Hop and Pops. I swear to God, Keith, you guys don't get mad at me.
What drop zone?
Melissa.
$15 Hop and Pops?
I swear to God, if we get an influx of 100 jumpers, thank me and don't get mad. $15 Hop and Pops in Buckeye, baby. Skydive Buckeye.
Oh, I used to work there.
I know. That's where you did your AFFs. Listen, it's not grass.
Buckeye is a great drop zone. If anyone's in Arizona.
Yes, it's rock and gravel.
But it will teach you to be precise with your landing.
And you're not going to sit down and you're going to
don't sit down and you're going to stand up your landings and you're going to be a man about it and you're not going to slide in.
It's
a great environment.
10, 12 acres of landing area.
Yep.
It's not a difficult thing. No. There's so much landing area that you can land safely anywhere. I don't care about new hangars being built. I don't care about what's over there. If you look at the drop zone, get the fuck out of here, man. It's huge. It's safe. $15 Hop and Pops. I'm doing 4-ways.
Yep.
I'm doing 4-ways with locals. You come if you find me, we're doing 4-ways, bro. We're gonna dock. I'll go to my back. We're gonna track and we're gonna break because we're at 5,000 feet.
And yeah,
and there's 5 of us in the air. There's no traffic.
Yep.
It's peaceful. It's not hectic. And you get to land in 20 acres.
It gives you that like almost 182 drop zone feel. But
with a Black Hawk fucking caravan,
the
bitch.
Fastest freak plane that's taken off and
fastest freak plane.
Fastest freak plane.
It is a freak, dude. It's like
gorgeous plane.
Okay.
And then you have Shane and Melissa, which are like awesome fucking human beings. I mean, they truly are amazing human beings. I can't speak more highly of working with them.
Imagine walking up and getting a warm smile, like, yes.
It's like when you.
What do you want to do today? And it's like, oh no, what? Oh. I get to do what I want to do today?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be... You're not going to
harassed? Wow, this is nice.
I get to like say, what are you guys doing? And they say yes, and I say yes, and we go.
Yep.
Is that it simple?
I mean... Hey,
I walked up, Shane's like, you good? I'm like, I'm good. He's like, you good? Good.
I'm good.
And then I was good.
You're good, because you are good.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Refreshing.
It is. It's like getting a nice warm cookie when you go to like somewhere and they give you like a complimentary cookie.
Oklahoma Skydive Center, Cushing, Oklahoma, SkyTook.
Yeah, for all the viewers.
SkyTook Skydive Center outside of Tulsa. Flip it to me. I got to say this. Man, I got to go here real quick. Lost my best friend.
Yeah.
My best friend in the world. We were doing tandems in Dallas together.
Yep.
I haven't even talked about this on the air, I don't think. Oh, fuck the whiskey. All right.
Yeah.
Tandems in Dallas, getting our asses worked. And Ernie Long is the best tandem organizing lead instructor you could ever have. At Skydive Dallas, the best drop zone that's ever existed on Earth. He was the man.
Yep.
He would limit us to 10 tandems.
Yep.
So you didn't have to bust your ass, but you had to do another 12, 15 AFFs.
Yep.
15 total jumps.
Okay.
12 to 15 total. So 30 a weekend. All good. Not busting your ass. Me and Stubby are there.
But you're making good money.
We're making good. Yeah. We're making okay money. We're jumping strong rigs. There were a couple things.
Was that
Cam
hand flyer days, or is that?
This is before Can. This is all outside video.
Those are the good days.
Depends.
Well, I mean that.
It was a good day. It was a good day.
The skydiving.
For skydiving.
Yes.
tandem instructors, it wasn't the greatest.
No.
But now that it's in the tandem instructor's favor, it's bad for skydiving. Guys, I'm sorry you're making money. You got new cars, but it's bad for skydiving.
Yeah, because it's
hand cams, camera flyers become
jumps.
AFFIs. AFFIs become TIs.
Yep.
Without that, it doesn't happen. So we're in Dallas. Me and Stubby, end of a hard day. Ernie kind of got in his ass. I think we were bumping incels, right?
Yep.
And then we call them death spirals. And we got in trouble for doing it, which we did all the time. And Stewie was sick of it. And he was like, I'm going to sell my business in Tulsa and buy Skydive Airtight. And I was sitting with him at the bar, and I was like, dude, I'll come work with you. This is before I fly. So I didn't go at first. But, my fucking dog. He's going to buy a drop zone. The guy before crashed the plane, but all the rigs were there. The hangar's there. There's no plane. He sold everything he had. He bought a plane. He went to the drop zone. He was rocking, and then his pilot fucking crashed the plane. There's a Walmart There's a Walmart with a big field in back. They've landed more skydive planes in the back of that fucking Walmart, dog. You have no idea, dude. It's so fucked up. 182 after 182 has crashed. There's probably bolts in that fucking field if you're listening right now. But then he doesn't quit, and he keeps going. And then listen, this is why I tell a story. My best friend, man. I'm in Dallas for a while. I get the job at iFly. I know it's coming, so I start working for Stubby so I don't have to drive to Dallas.
Yeah.
And he pays me $45 a tandem.
What year was this?
Fuck, what year? 2010.
Okay.
$45 a hand cam, $90 a skydive. Wow. Plus fat money. Every pound over 200 was $1. You were 220 plus tips.
Plus tips, yeah. That's how it should be.
So literally, I go from doing 30, 40 jumps at Dallas.
Yep.
To doing 15 at Stubby's place and almost making double, dude. I'm making more money than I've ever. Dude, this dude saved my life. He changed my life.
Fun doing it.
I had my own room. I was a superstar. My paintings are hanging everywhere. It's my best friend.
Yep.
It's my best friend. It's my best friend.
Yep.
Fuck, man. I get the job at iFly. I move to Austin. I move away. Man, Stubby shot himself fucking recently, man. My profile picture on Facebook is Stubby walking.
Yep.
He was the most skydiving motherfucker in the world, dude.
Yep.
He had his DZ. He's buying more planes. I don't know what happened. I kind of know what happened. I'm not going to talk about it. His daughters took over the place. Skydive, Airtight, Sky took Oklahoma. Yep. They're running. They got 3 or 4 Cessnas. They got great instructors. Fuck. Johnny, I don't know how we got this story about Stubby.
Man, no, like, it always hits you when you least expect it. Recently, a friend of mine killed himself, and it's never easy. I got
base jumper, skydivers, pilot.
It was through the base jumping world, and I feel you on that one for sure. Like, it just kind of hits you blindsided. Here's
the blind side: it's the best dude you know. Yeah. It's never a piece of shit.
No.
I wouldn't love it. I'm just passionate because this Maker's Mark is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But like, if a piece of shit would blast himself, you kind of be like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yep.
He was miserable. He was rude to everybody. He should.
Yep.
It's never that. It's the nicest. It's Braden. Oh, it's Jason David Frank. It's my friend.
Yep.
It's my friends.
And it's the people that you were making plans with a week before about doing X, Y, and Z, and then all of a sudden you get the news.
But why do rad dudes kill themselves? It's not a guy. Hold on. I'm not going to say it's not a tire company where you're doing oil changes, or I've worked in the oil field. It's not the oil field, but they pay well. What's a shit job? It's not a roofer. It's not a shit job.
Yeah.
You have everything.
They're enjoying life.
Hold on. You have little kids daydreaming about your fucking daily, dude. You are living the epitome.
Yep.
My friends owned aircrafts and homes and businesses and money and everything. It's not... I know some gangsta cats from my past right now that are living in apartments that would never consider this shit.
Yep.
They don't have a chance at retirement. They're smoking blunts, writing rhyme. I don't know. They're fucking happy. What is it, dude? What? I don't get it. Because these guys with Vipers and planes, airplanes, and homes are blasting themselves.
So I think we live in a society where the world is super easy. Everything is catered to us. And there's a certain individuals out there who don't feel the use for that side of them, where they can pull shit out of their ass. When there's certain days where, and let me like elaborate on when you go editing this, make it sound
but
poetic.
no, they haven't had the opportunity.
But no,
they've never been tested.
No, it's not even
to
that.
pull it out.
It's when they go through life, it's almost dull to them because they are the type of people that are going to go through life. And I feel it sometimes where like people sit there and they fucking complain about the dumbest shit you've ever heard. And it's like, do you realize how precious our life is? But the problem is people go through life and it's too easy to the point where they've never had to suffer actual hard consequences, things. I mean, I've gotten lost in the desert for 24 hours and almost died in my canopy type of deal. And it's like when you go through some shit like that and you see it, I think that's what really makes you really appreciate the small things. But we live in a world where everything's too easy. And it's hard being that high performing type of personality in this modern day world.
And dealing with people that don't
get it.
Because the suffer is real. The suck is cool. The suck is good.
It's good. It's good for the soul.
You said something amazing. Let's talk about B.A.S.E.
Let's talk about
B.A.S.E. This is why we're here. Hey, it's just because I love you. You know what? I just want to talk to you.
Oh,
so
I know.
We should probably have talked before the show, and we could have got here sooner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wrapped up in the canopy in the middle of the desert at night. Talk to me. Because this is a reality that my boss told me on my first jump. My first jump was off a cliff in the undisclosed national location. And he was like, if I go and I get hurt and you don't jump because you're scared, I could die of hypothermia and I'll wrap myself in my canopy, but I can only last a couple of days. We're in the middle of nowhere. And for you to get me, you'd have to drive 50 miles away, then hike in because there's no way to get here.
There's no way to get here.
So you have to go first. So that's what I had to do. But hypothermia in the canopy is real. Listen, from the first base jump I've ever made, I realized we might not make it out of this fucking location.
Yeah.
People see shit and they're like, oh, that's a cool jump. They don't know you hiked hours and there's no water, there's no services, there's no rescue.
You're in the middle of absolutely nowhere.
And if you get hurt, you're fucked, dude.
Yep. And that is, I would say,
switch cameras, please.
Like, that was exactly what I was kind of getting to is, the realization of what we do is very dangerous. What we do is sometimes very remote. And what we do...
high level shit.
Yeah.
The easy shit's local and all your friends have done it and everybody's done it and the guy your mentor's done it 1,000 times. That's
absolutely
easy.
Yeah.
That's not
what
we're talking about.
That is not what, when you're driving home, gives you that primal instinct where you're like, yeah, I did something today.
I can't imagine that feeling.
Like if just like it puts you in a state of mind where it's like the most primal instinct that you could ever freaking imagine in the world.
So you're driving home.
Yeah, after
and what is it?
I think it's also
what does it feel like? You're holding the wheel. What does it feel like?
Honestly, just a sense of peace. Like
that's what it is.
Like a sense of peace. Almost like I went out in Mother Nature
and leveled up.
Yes, exactly. I leveled up with Mother Nature, and that's where I was talking about the world's too easy nowadays. Like we go through these periods where the little problems that people face at the end of the day really aren't big problems.
Coffee's cold, tires flat.
Yeah, my tire's flat. It's like, well, at least your tire's flat where there's an air pump, maybe.
At least you have a fucking car to have a tire.
Yeah, that type of perspective. And I think that's what's been the most amazing piece about base jumping is it brings you that ground level of just appreciating the little things. Like, when I was out, and I'm not going to say the location because maybe we weren't supposed to be there, allegedly. me and my friend Chase were in a very remote place, and we went there in the beginning of the day. We jumped, opened a new exit. This is great. The group we were with was like, hey, you guys are looking to go do this double jump. We don't think we have the time. We're going to head out. And Chase like, oh, do you want to go? And I was like, well, we're here. We might as well. So we
double jump off of one object, land on another, then
pack,
roll off. Oh, okay. Or
so
pack.
It was going to be pack. And then from there.
So these are two very high objects.
Yeah. I mean, like the first one was pretty tall. I would say like 500 feet to impact. And then you had like, I don't know, close to 2,000 feet of fly out. And then you can land on top. And then the other exit was about like it was probably lower than that. Actually, let me take that back. It was like 260 feet roughly. And so our whole goal was, hey, we'll stage a car here, like at the base. And then what we're going to
America?
Yeah, it's in America. Okay, cool. This is in Arizona.
Is this, have I seen that? On another video where you fly that little pillar?
No, that's a different one.
What is that called?
The little pillar, are you talking about the double jump out in Sedona?
Maybe.
Yeah. You're probably talking about topless to bottomless. Yeah.
What's it called?
So you have topless out in Sedona, like Courthouse Rock Butte, where you jump.
Look up base jump topless.
Yep.
Do you have it on any of your?
I do. Actually, I have the cliff that we jumped.
Oh, let's go, Johnny.
Yeah.
So what he's talking about is you crawl up on one object that's higher than the other. You base jump off, fly, land on the next object, pack, and then jump again. Yep. My buddies would like jump, land, and then roll over off, so they didn't have to pack.
So that's kind of what we came to the conclusion was. But the thing that we didn't anticipate was how long the approach was going to be. So we left probably around like, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 2 o'clock, like right around that time frame. And we're like, cool. We're looking at the topo map. We're reading the map, and we're like, this is going to be an hour and a half approach, 2 at the most. It took us like 4 hours to get up there. So by the time that we get there, the sun's setting. It's starting to get like that point where the sun's down, and you're like, man, this is.
And this is a double jump.
So yeah, this is the first jump.
So you gotta fucking jump and then land and pack, and it's getting dark.
It's getting dark, and we stage our cars miles apart. So what we realized was it got basically to the point where we did the first jump, went great, high five, this is sick. And then we're like, oh shit, we got to get out of here. And we're still on basically the side of a mountain. And we go over to see where we thought we could do the double jump. And we realized real quickly that, hey, it's dark. We really can't see the LZ. It's honestly more dangerous for us to jump. And we're like, maybe we could just do rollovers. And we're looking, and we're throwing rocks over the side. We're lasering, and we're like, we can't really get a good accurate read because of the depth perception. Like with lasers, It's taking in the light. So we like in low light, sometimes it's hard to get a good reading. Couldn't really get a good reading. And then basically by the time we made the decision of we couldn't jump, it wasn't because of us. It was so dark we couldn't see. So
what do you fucking do?
So at this point we're like 6 miles away from the closest car. And we're like, cool, what we can do is we can like take this route in this goalie down to my car and then get onto the path.
So you could hike down off the second point pretty easily.
Well, that's what we thought.
Stranded. Oh, exactly. Let's go.
So we spend like 3 hours trying to get down some of the gnarliest terrain I've hiked down. Like we're going down, the handholds are like you grab something and just like crumble off, and it is gnarly hiking down.
And it's dark.
Yeah, it's like you're free soloing like 30-foot like sections at a time, and then finally we get to the base and we look down, and I'm like, hey bud, it looks pretty dark. I don't think that we can get down that. We throw some rocks, and it's like you're counting at that point. Yeah. So it's like that's a couple 100 feet.
So hold on, you toss a rock and you count 1, 2,
boom. Impact. So
hold on. 1, 2. How many feet per second are you guessing when you toss?
I mean, this is guess. Like for anyone listening right now, make sure when you're throwing rocks, do not take my word on any of this. But typically, it's like you hear 2 seconds. It's like, okay, that's like
how
that
many
could
feet?
get static line that. So like
you don't have numbers. motherfucker.
When you're no. I have a laser. Always have a laser and like getting hard numbers.
Okay. But if you don't have, and you toss a rock, 3 seconds. What does that tell you in your soul?
3 seconds. Probably don't free fall it.
5 seconds. What does that tell you? You can do it.
It goes. It goes.
It goes. What does it goes mean? You fuck out. What is that?
That means
stowed?
like
Is that stowed? Is it handheld?
Like 42 stowed. Maybe I don't know.
So 5 seconds is fucking.
Yeah, but
so 4 seconds.
4 seconds is
the
like
line. 3 seconds is danger.
Yeah, like 3 seconds is like
2 seconds. 1,001. 2,000. Boom.
Boom. It's like I should definitely laser this to make sure it goes.
What is that? 300 feet?
No, it's probably less than that. Like to me, go like depending on the terrain, LZ, all that. But like anything over like 120 feet, like no problem with static line.
These are crackhead numbers.
Yeah.
If you've ever hung out with a fucking crackhead, these are crackhead numbers.
Yeah, like 120 feet.
Yeah, I can do a hop and pop from 2. If he lets me out at 15, I think I'm good.
But it all depends on like the talus fly out. It all depends on like
talus fly out.
Like if it's 120 feet to impact, and then it's like, okay, cool. If I fly,
WazzyCircus Radio does not condone any statements made on this fucking show.
Yeah, this is definitely not. This is
definitely not for the weak-hearted, son.
No, this is for the strong-hearted for sure. But that's kind of how I look at it. But the thing with rock drops, I've used them more for aiming up trajectory. I can actually show videos of how I test out the trajectory. So
show the trajectory.
Yeah.
Trajectory or projectory?
Is it trajectory?
It's trajectory. I thought you had a new word, bro.
No, it's trajectory.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been on some cliffs.
Yeah.
I think it was 650 feet in this undisclosed location, and it was like a 4.5, 5 second rock drop, right?
Yep.
600 feet.
Let's see, 4.5. I think the last 4.5 rock drop I did was like 399. Was like
so it was like 5 or 6. There's 5 or 6 seconds.
No, like 4. Yeah, like 5 seconds. You're starting to get to the point where, I mean, and this is the thing is like you can't really take this as a height. So this is a range. Like this is just telling me if I have a 5 second rock drop, it's like cool. I can go 42 maybe, and then everything like
42 is the size of his pilot chute, skydivers.
Yes, so 42 still.
So the base jumpers change their pilot chutes to get more snatch force.
Correct.
Out of their canopies. So if you're low, a bigger pilot chute will pull your canopy out faster. If you're high, a smaller pilot chute will give you a softer opening, like wingsuits or antennas when you're tracking
or
walls.
terminal slider.
So yeah, I'm an American base jumper, so I'm antennas. In Europe, it's walls.
Yep.
But I never got to experience that.
Let's see if this loads.
Base. I am terrified of base jumping.
Everyone should be. I mean, it's definitely a sport where I always tell people if you're not all in, just eventually get to the point where it's just. I mean, there's certain events like Bridge Day or
but
safe things
that's
to do.
lame.
Yeah.
So I understand. I know you give me that speech, I'm gonna tell you to fuck off, man.
Yeah.
As a rad dude, fuck you from the
hard.
bottom of my heart. But right, like so, I went out the other night and ground crewed.
Yeah.
Right, for some dudes off some antennas, making bad decisions in the middle of the night next to this river.
Yep.
In Phoenix, in Tempe, you can see them. And after I saw the second guy leave,
yep,
I realized I had zero need for this shit.
Yep.
Right? Because they're like flying, dude, it was all sketchy.
Yep.
Every single landing was sketchy. The building was sketchy. The winds were sketchy. And I'm like,
Yeah. And yeah, I mean,
like when I got into it, dude, I would have gave my left hand. Because I could deploy with my right.
Yeah.
And there's no cutaway, so fuck it, right? Like I can base jump with my right. And that's how I felt, man.
Yeah.
I wrap my stump through the fucking toggle and I can land. I love base jumping.
Yeah.
But I had kids.
Absolutely.
That broke me. And then literally, all of you that don't do things because you have kids and they're not 18, I understand.
Yeah, it's a smart thing for sure. Like, I mean,
but then
I have
the gear gets fucked up, or you break a leg, or you get arrested, and now you got charges to pay. It was expensive because it seems that you buy your gear and it's free, but it's not. It's so much time.
Yep.
It's not just, unless you have a crew of guys that have been doing it and they're just going to drag you along and all you got to do is show up.
Yep.
But that's nobody's reality. And the reality is you're out all night, every night, fucking scouting, and then you get a place, and then maybe you get a place and some guy has a place. If not, you're scouting your place.
Yep.
You're out, bro.
Absolutely.
Base jumping is worse than skydiving.
Because it's not guaranteed. Nothing with base jumping is ever guaranteed. Like when you rock up and you're scouting, or even sometimes just jumping the exit that's been jumped 1,000 times, you have weather roll in to the point where it's like we can't jump. And now I think fitness is a big part of base jumping as well, as being fit, really having good cardio. And
for new age, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Like when you're out, even in the soups, like if you go jump, like let's say something like the ramp, right, and the winds get bad and it just, the forecast isn't what it was supposed to be predicted, you have two options. Yeah, it's if you have daylight, you sit there and you wait. And I've waited on it. I've slept on the side of buildings waiting for lulls. Like that is something. Dedication, sometimes baby. When you're patient enough, yeah, it will sometimes pay out. But also you got to know when to walk down. And I think that's where people get themselves in a lot of trouble in the sport. Is sometimes you just got to fold it. You just got to say it's not worth it. Like I was in Yuma this weekend, and this is a perfect example. I was with the guy that taught me how to base jump, Adam Ganoom. Owe everything to him.
Shout out Adam.
Adam, love you to death, man. Like, love you like a brother. So we went to
Adam. Is he on Facebook? Or anything?
He is. Yeah, he's OG. I think he's been in the sport for like 14 years.
Okay.
Like, like without him, my life would not be where it's at.
Right.
But
So Yuma.
Yeah. So he is out in Yuma right now. Shout out Teresa too, his amazing wife that flies F-35s and badass. Yeah, she's a badass. We think we're badasses. Teresa's an actual badass.
We're not badass.
Yeah.
I have friends that are badass. F-35s? Yes.
She's a badass. Yeah.
Yes.
So we go.
She has a gold canopy. Yes.
Yeah. So we got to this new spot where he's opened up this static line. It's like 126 to impact. Cool. And he's like, hey, I think this cliff. I can
canyon or what?
So,
yeah, you can pull it up.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. Like, so we went out there, and the problem is I can even like show a video to really highlight when you get over to the edge. The problem is like there's slightly a ledge, and then like it's slightly positive for probably the first like 30 feet, and then after it gets
positive means it drops.
So positive means it sticks out.
Okay.
So when a cliff's so negative is here, right? This part, positive would be this slope right here. So you're looking at that profile, and Adam's like, hey, I've repelled off the side. These are what I think the numbers are to impact. But like, I've always stuck to the rule because the one time I didn't follow it, I mean, I almost, always look at side profiles of cliffs that you're trying to...
What did you do? Fuck off. You can't do that. The one time, what happened? We'll save Adam over here. Yeah. What happened the one time? Where were you at? What did you do?
I was out in the superstitions, and super almost went in. It was just not being kind of eager, being hungry to go open cliffs, and just getting too confident, getting complacent, slight pilot chute hesitation. Like that's the thing too, is like when you get really comfortable with opening stuff, sometimes you got to remember that the system might not work perfectly as you always think. As much as we try, like we allocate with packing perfectly, we allocate with all these things. Like their pack jobs, in my opinion, the one thing that you can do in base jumping that's controllable. Base jumping is an uncontrollable sport. Sometimes you can jump in a downdraft versus an updraft, and that causes a little bit slower inflation. So when you start talking about those margins, but the lesson I learned that day was when you're scouting and opening new exits, for anyone that is opening new exits, get a three-dimensional view on it. Be able to see the side profile, be able to see up top, be able to laser it from the bottom, and never trust anyone's numbers, never trust just what your buddy's advice is. Now, that being said, with base jumping, it's very important to have a tight niche crew of, hey, we're doing some very high profile stuff. If I get hurt, you're not just going to leave me there because you're scared you might get caught. So I think that's another big thing with base jumping is trusting the people you're jumping with. So when I was out in Yuma with Adam, he's like, it's definitely free fallable. Now it could be a 160, it could be 190, it could be 200. It's in that just because of the way the ledge was. You couldn't really get over the side to hit it with the laser, so you had to rappel down. So now you're doing that math game, and it's, sometimes things look like they super go until you're in free fall and you're like, wow, things are popping up that shouldn't. But the way to kind of mitigate that risk is I love doing rock drops. So that's where I really get into rocks. It's not really to ever find out the height. If I'm going to find out the height, I'll rappel over the side of the edge of a cliff and really laser it and be able to get an exact height, because when you're playing with low free fall or just even any super spicy exits, you really want to know what is it.
It's not a game.
It's not a game. I need to know my exact math.
Yeah.
But what rocks can do is it could tell you your trajectory. So sometimes when you're throwing rocks off,
TRA.
Wait. Sometimes what rocks will do is it will tell you your trajectory.
Yeah, there you go.
Cut that out, Ross. Yeah, I don't want to sound like an idiot.
I got you. Yeah.
So trajectory is really important, and that's where rocks plays a big thing, because sometimes you look at a cliff and naturally as base jumpers it's like, straight off this way. But sometimes it's like, I need to be 45 left. So we'll take rocks and we'll throw them. And you could hear, eventually you get to the point where it's like, all right, if I were to slip and fall off the exit, am I going to impact? Because now it's positive. If I have a decent push, where is it impacting? If I have a hard push, and then you can have your buddy from the side profile. And I think it's really important. It's fun going on solo missions and opening up your own exits on your own. But there's something to be said about having a jumping partner that you trust and that you guys match similar skill sets, because what he can do is he can go to a different vantage point and he can look while you're tossing the rocks, be like, it's impacting there. And now you can either look over the side if you can, or repel a little bit and get on a rope system and look over and say, okay, I'm tossing this rock, this rock, this rock. All right, right here is 200 impact. Right here is 180 to impact, and you can really get a judgment on
about
angles of how to exit this cliff, because you might angle straight off, but there could be a big talus, there could be a bulge that sticks out. So I think that's something Chase really taught me was when you're scoping out new exits, rocks can teach you a lot, and it's something as simple as tossing it off and getting that trajectory, and get to the point where it's like it gets to a point where it's like the trajectory. Yeah, cut that out. I don't want to look like an idiot.
Fuck. Hold on. Just that conversation.
Yes.
So much. It's not walk up, go get the Instagram, dude.
No.
B.A.S.E is not what you guys think. B.A.S.E is not what you guys think. B.A.S.E is science, dude. B.A.S.E is science, preparation.
Yep.
Dude, walking up. Oh my God. You talk, like you said, hold on. My man said he had a dude stand on another cliff. He tossed a rock that way, this way, that way. If he has to rappel before the jump, rappel down, do some measurements, see if it's right.
Yep.
And did that happen at the Griffiths? How did you do Griffiths?
So the Griffiths nest came about, the backstory that Chase gave us was he was just basically out in the desert, off-road driving, and he just stumbled across it. And because
how the fuck?
So the way he stumbled across it was he was
7 F-bombs, sorry. Yeah,
no, you're good. He rocked up to a cliff edge and started walking down the band and just out exploring. And this is the beautiful thing about base jumping. Sometimes you get inspirations from the weirdest stuff that most people would, you wouldn't think would be jumpable, but sometimes that's where I would always say is Chase is like a sick mastermind. I've seen him. I've been the most scared in my life jumping with Chase, but a good type of fear, because you see the Instagram persona, but then also when you get to really know him as a person, you see, he's an evil genius with his
evil genius, mastermind, pinky in the brain,
the pure pinnacle of mastering your craft of. Hey,
Razor's Edge.
Yes.
Dude, the fucking jump you guys did. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Come on, man. It's not, could you regular free fall it, dump, and hope? There's no way.
No.
And if you static line it, you might drag your canopy.
That's the safest way to jump it is doing a backflip because you could jump at the end.
What the fuck?
Yes, it's pretty much
The safest way to jump this is a backflip.
Yeah. Like it really is because, and that's where it gets into the you know, when you get into B.A.S.E, you have all these things, but it's mastering your craft. It's like, yeah, I've done these in the past. I know what to expect. I have all these tools in my toolbox for this certain type of job that I need to perform. That being said, is it smart? Absolutely not. Is it what we just did that day? Absolutely. And
this is a dumb question.
no, ask it.
Do you feel you're defying God?
No, not at all.
I know that's dumb.
No,
What?
like I feel it's more of just like, is the mic sounding good? Yeah.
I don't understand what's up.
Do you have a video to show us?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what you were saying.
So
You're
this-
like pointing. I thought maybe his mic went out or
This is
something.
the thing with me and Waz is we could we might understand each other's language, but we don't know if everyone else is understanding the
Right,
language
right.
because we're very
Oh my god!
high
So
energy.
what video we got? We have the trailer.
Yeah, we're gonna do quick just like rock drops and kind of like
Okay, before that. Hold on.
yes.
Hold on.
You're on a topic.
First base jump. Where were you at?
First base jump. Oh, man, do you want to hear the first? My first base jump story?
Yes.
Oh man, not many people know. Like my homies know it.
Hold on, because from your numbers, you were 1 year into skydiving.
I was like 5 months, 6 months.
5 months into skydiving, and you had 50 jumps.
I had 70 jumps when I
Okay.
started base jumping. Yeah,
Don't say that out loud.
I know.
Yeah, so he had 700 skydives.
I had 7 million skydives, and I was very proficient.
He
And
did not have 70 jumps.
yeah, just to make it clear, like it is something that I look back on now with the experience I have, and I pulled a lot out of my luck jar right off the rip, just from the way that I got into it.
Like it.
So anyone listening to this is not telling you that 70 is the requirement or anything like that. This is me telling you as someone that jumps a lot and has a lot of base experience, like put the work in. Like it didn't at the time catch up to me. I can go jump tomorrow and that could be it. But just know that the reason that people sometimes are hard about it and hard pressed is because they care about your overall safety.
They care.
They
dude.
actually give a fuck. But if you're an asshole about it, then it gets to a point where it's just like, all right, like we gave you the warnings, we gave you the signs.
We tried.
We tried. You can't make like the horse drink. So that being
Hold
said,
on, here, hold on. Let's drop this.
Yeah.
Just for simple advice. Oh man, this is not an ego thing, man.
no, this is like from the bottom of my heart.
You being badass does not impress
No,
anyone.
no.
Your awesomeness, your motocross experience, your skydives, your free fly experience, your wingsuit experience, your swooping experience,
It's,
race car experience, your firearms experience does not fucking matter because we called it pink dust a second ago, but the military calls it pink mist.
what is that, like pink mist or pink? Yeah, pink mist. I think it is. It's
Do you know what happens when you fuck up a base jump?
yeah.
There's not 2,500 feet to pull a reserve.
There's no
RSL.
No.
There's no fucking, what is it, the fucking thing? There's
no AEDs.
There's none of it, dude. You die.
Yeah.
You shatter.
you
So
shatter.
base is not a game.
No, it's not. And
It's not a game.
And the thing that I think a lot of like not to get dark, but like a lot of newer jumpers really don't think about is when you start seeing the families and you start seeing like that piece, like, you know, base jumping is very selfish. It's probably one of the most selfish things you can do because at the
Way
end
more
of,
selfish than skydiving. And skydiving
Yeah.
is the most selfish thing you can do on the planet.
absolutely. I mean, it is very selfish, but the problem with the real problem with base jumping is, you know, when someone goes in, it's like that's it. Like that's easy.
I love you, dude.
That's a good video.
That's a good video.
We'll lighten up the mood a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. But no, hold on. I don't want to lighten it up.
Yeah.
I want to keep it real.
I think it is a part where it's like,
but I'm going to bridge it. This is dark. This is wild. I don't know why I'm doing it, but my friends have been shooting themselves.
Yeah.
So fucking go base jump, dude. If everything you've worked for, everything you fucking strive for fails you and then you shoot yourself, then fuck, man. Go fucking base jump. Go wingsuit. Go speed fly.
Yep.
Don't shoot yourself.
Because
don't fucking kill yourself. Go kill yourself.
Yeah.
I'd rather you go kill yourself than you kill yourself.
Yep.
I'm dealing with this on a personal level right now.
No.
And I'm like, yo,
this is something I recently
go live, dude. Don't go fucking blast yourself. Go get a tent.
Yep.
And live in Moab and then die of starvation, but don't fucking shoot yourself.
Yep.
You turn me back up. I think you turn me down. I'm sorry. I was stop screaming.
No, I totally agree. Like,
because
this is something that's
how alive are you, dude? How alive are you?
I'm so alive that I will go run 10 miles every couple days to stay in shape, to not die and be in shape.
Purpose.
Because how much I love base jumping.
Purpose.
Like, people talk about, death wish, you must be crazy.
It's not.
It's not at all.
Life wish.
I am so stoked on just jumping. Like it's all, I have many activities and hobbies, but at the end of the day, it's like, there's something about base and there's something about just living in that moment and then experiencing like almost death-defying things with your friends.
It makes me think, man, if you never face death,
no,
you're not scared of it and you think you can take it on.
Yeah.
But if you fucking face it, you're terrified of it. And you want to stay here and you want to live.
Yep.
But if you never face it, you're like, fuck it, it's easy, let's go.
Yep. Or
I can die and then fix it the next day. No, you're not fixing shit the next day. You're done, dude.
Yep.
Death is over.
And I would say that's the hard part about base jumping sometimes, that like it makes it hard because you go from, like, in a day you can go from the ultimate high to like the ultimate low, like that. Like it could
every jump. It's not a fuck around.
No.
Skydiving is the same, but it's not, because there's two parachutes. So cut it in half.
Like,
and then cut the altitude down by a 20.
And like skydiving is very, very dangerous. Like to an extent. Skydiving is very dangerous and it has its risk. I mean, everything in life has its risk. But base jumping is truly like skydiving. I mean, like, I don't know, like on crack or like on drugs. Like it is.
It is.
It is a true testament of being able to, number one, handle emotions is a big thing. Like you start to see fear playing a big part of how people perform. And especially on exits, you'll see people maybe not push as hard because they're nervous, and you start seeing that. And it teaches you to push past that barrier of, I might be scared shitless right now, and I might, like in the next 30 seconds, this could be maybe the end. But in that same moment, it's like, just because of that, I can't not perform in this moment. And you have to perform. And it really is an athletic thing.
Dude, there's a spectrum of shit that can go wrong, and you have to focus on this fucking task. Cut it all out.
Absolutely.
This is what I'm going to do. All that can happen, and all that can happen.
Yep.
But I'm going to do this. It's so pure.
Yep.
It's pure. Speed flying is pure.
Absolutely.
Base
it's raw.
It's raw. That's the only
those two are raw. Like even proximity wingsuit flying, like that's a whole nother topic. But like,
I don't know that.
Like that is the only reason I haven't gotten into wingsuit base yet, is because I have enough respect for it, because of, like, with slider off and slider up jumping slick. I mean, tracksuits get very deadly very quickly, and same all levels of base. Like none of it's safe. But wingsuiting, oh man, like it's something.
Aren't tracksuits keeping up?
No, I mean you have onesies that are like pretty much doing.
No, okay.
Yeah.
But not tracksuits.
Not two-piece tracksuits. Like there's definitely.
That was an era. It was an era.
Yep.
It was a beginner era.
Yep.
Less volume, easier to put on, easier to figure out, easier to deploy.
That, and then also there is something to be said about two-piece tracking, because when you can really fly that suit, like when you get into it, like I don't know if you ever flown two-piece tracksuits, but like when you get into that track feeling,
3 or 4,
yeah, and then all of a sudden your legs start engaging, and it feels
like
like
inflates,
it feels like you have literally rocket boosters on from like a movie, and all of a sudden now you're like, and you're starting to move forward, and you're like, whoa, it gives you that effect. I think two-piece tracking, like. I mean, I haven't wingsuit base jumps, so I'm not going to really talk on that because I don't like talking on things I don't know. But I think two-piece tracking to a certain level is some of the most raw, just...
Well, that in your fucking pants.
Yeah.
T-shirt.
But my REI tracksuit is fucking great. My REI pants with the REI shirt, like it's some of my favorite.
Is that Lauterbrunnen?
That right there is low ultimate with... my good buddy Dean that actually used to work at this tunnel.
Oh, that's Dean Ozine.
That is,
what
yeah.
What up, Dean?
Dean, we love you to death, man.
Oh, we love you, Dean. Yeah, so him and his wife, I've coached him in El Paso. And
yeah.
That was
Dean
cool.
is the man. And that was
I love Dean.
Probably one of my favorite 1 month base trips where we were just living in a van, traveling in Europe, and yeah.
Sick.
You know, Dean, we had a good time.
Dude, so you've done that. You just cut away and went and traveled.
Yeah.
You got a van? Where'd you get the van? What the fuck, man?
So
You just show up and you get a van? How you do that?
Just rent a van. You can rent vans.
Look. All right, you and Dean are in America, and you're like, we're going to go to Europe for a month.
Yeah.
We're going to rent a van.
Mm-hmm.
And you just did it.
Yeah.
Just click.
And this, I don't even mean to sound like no ego aside, none of this. What I found out in life, if you don't have children, you don't have like I'm a young guy, I don't have like those hard cut priorities.
God bless you.
For the younger people that are my age, my one advice is set a timeline. By this date, I want to do this, and just do it.
Do it.
What do you have to lose? Like that's
just
how I've always kind of looked at this stuff.
Do
is like,
it.
Like even business or like
anything,
now,
anything.
What do I have?
It could be writing a book or jumping off a cliff.
Yes.
Hiking a mountain.
Yep.
Sailing a fucking boat from the Caribbean to the fucking Panama
Go get
Canal.
Lost with your friends in your car in no plan, no destination. Just like we're going to Europe for X amount of time. We're gonna rent a van from X, and then after that, what happens. We're gonna follow the weather. We're gonna follow these like forecasts. And I think there's something to be said where you just kind of live life.
So we fucking go, bro.
Yeah.
We go.
I know you guys do. I love it. You're going to Abu Dhabi soon.
Dude, but it's like afford it or not.
Yeah.
You go. And then 3 weeks after you went on the trip you could never afford, that was impossible.
Just make it work.
3 months after, it's like you never left.
Yep.
It's like nothing has changed. You make your money back, you get out of your little hole, you pay your bills, and now you're clocking in again, and it's like you never did it. So my thing is if it's like you've never fucking done it, go fucking do it.
Just go have
go.
We're human. Go explore.
Click. Book the shit. Pay for the shit. Struggle. Suffer. Suffer a little bit. Suffer a little bit. You can't get the massage. You can't buy new clothes. You might have to pay a credit card late, man. Oh my God. Oh shit.
Not a credit card.
You may have to disappoint your parents, but fucking live. We have not stopped.
Nah.
We don't give a fuck, dude.
So are you gonna remember your credit score on your deathbed? Or are you gonna remember all the fucking times that you went and
we're running off mountains?
Absolutely. And I think there's something to be said about being respectful of a certain caliber, so that way you can continue to have fun. You don't want to just blow it all on one.
No, you're not a crackhead. It's not the last day of your life.
Yeah, don't be a crackhead.
You're not gonna die. It's not tomorrow we die. Today we drink and eat. Tomorrow we die.
It's not that. But it's
hold on. Your cell phone bill is due. You have rent. You have to pay insurance. Dude, don't take my word.
Too literally.
No, but take it literally.
But not to the point where like if you have children, don't have your kids starve because you want to go to.
But if it's a pair of shoes and a cheaper pair of shoes, and if it's going out or cooking at home, and if it's not buying beers at the restaurant, but buying a 6-pack and going home, and it's not rolling blunts, but you're smoking a bong and a pipe to save money, make it fucking happen.
Just make it happen.
Sacrifice and go.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Dude, you're never gonna go if you don't fucking go. Did you turn me down again? I'm not very loud. Yo, okay, you only live once, all that shit. But fuck, we've already done the suicide thing, so let's go with the God thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't born to not take advantage of every second of everything he has created for me.
Yes.
Wingsuiting, paramotors, speed flying, base jumping, skydiving. I know it's all parachute stuff. I don't know anything else.
But
I know for other
that's
people,
what you're passionate
it'll be like
about.
race bikes and cars and nitrous or something. But for me, it's nylon.
It's nylon. I think for me, it's the art of human flight. Like it really just like flying.
What saves you? Nylon.
Oh,
until you land a fucking wingsuit.
Well, so we're talking about God. I feel like we're talking about a God purpose, but if we're talking about like our Savior, our angel is the nylon. So the one that's our guardian angel. Yep.
The gift.
Yep.
That's the gift.
That's the gift.
Nylon is the gift, dude.
Yeah.
None of that shit happens without the canopy.
Absolutely not.
Do you understand how?
I mean, you could do it once, but
one time. Hey, that's what the hieroglyphs are about. Those dudes that jump once. They didn't deploy, but they jumped for them to get the pictures. Yep. Have you seen the hieroglyphs at any of the cliffs you base jumped at? Have you ever seen any hieroglyphs at the bottom?
Yeah.
It's dudes jumping at the cliffs you're at. Are they not fucking jumping with a pilot chute, dude? If you look at these hieroglyphs, those cats are the original. They just didn't live.
No, I mean that's why the fear of heights is instilled in every human. It's just in our gene because, one guy freaking ran off a cliff and went in and the guy saw how brutal it was and he was like, man, and that shocked generations to come,
But they still fucking did it because there's hieroglyphs. There's hieroglyphs. Those motherfuckers are like, yes! And we live it.
We live it.
We live it.
And it's crazy to think about, like 200, 300 years ago, if they would be knowing about what we're doing. I mean, just even working in a tunnel.
Caesar never did a layout. No. Caesar. Think about the czars of Russia, the greatest leaders of our past, the kings.
They have never experienced
that.
That's why, like, do you feel like you've lived like a couple hundred lifetimes in your one lifetime?
I think I've been blessed. I know I've been blessed. I feel like I'm God's favorite.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to.
Absolutely.
You have to.
I feel like it's a sense of almost, I don't know, you land from some jumps and you feel a certain way and you land from some and it's not even the jump that really like you feel thankful for. It's the fact that you're high-fiving some of the most amazing human beings that you've ever met and you're in a place that maybe some people would never go to and you are...
Couldn't.
Yeah. I mean...
I'll rent a helicopter and drop me... No way.
No.
They couldn't get there.
Yep.
And you're standing there.
Yep.
So my second or third jump off the bridge in Idaho.
Yep, Twin Falls.
It just happened to be this breeze at the right time for the flowers to be releasing their petals.
Mm-hmm.
So I jump and I look up and there's a fucking 1,000 flower petals surrounding me.
Yep.
And my friends are jumping and there's flower petals flying around, falling on my body as I praise God as my friends are leaping. My ghetto birds, dude. That's what B.A.S.E is.
Yeah, B.A.S.E, like compared to skydiving, like for people that like skydive, it's like sometimes people like will say, or you get comments of like, you put in all this work for 10 seconds or 15 seconds, 20 seconds, depending on how high it is, whatever it is. But there's something to be said. I mean, just even climbing a cell phone antenna, like when you're climbing up
in
and you're
in
the darkness, terrified, it's illegal. You have all these other stress factors. It's like all of that's just rushing into like that dopamine. You're never getting the satisfaction just from, let's say, the jump itself, that's just a bonus.
That's just you lived and you're good.
Yes.
Everything else was what it was about.
The journey to get there to the exit sometimes, like I tell the stories sometimes more about the journey of getting there.
It is about, dude, for me, it was, so my 35 base jumps were the best 35 base jumps that have ever happened on this planet.
Yeah.
Not because of the exit,
No.
because what it took with my friends to do what we did in Oklahoma in the middle of the night when nobody would teach us.
Yes.
And we had to figure it out ourselves. Oh, fuck you.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, and it's that mentality of we're just gonna do it. We're with our buddies.
We're going to do this.
We're gonna do this.
You scared? I'm scared. I'm scared. You scared? Honestly.
Yeah.
Like, people are honest.
Yeah.
I'm fucking terrified, Waz. Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go.
You see.
And this is fun because I don't know how to put this, but it's not old school base jumpers because I know they were into it. They were
it's definitely old school. It is 100.
But hold on. My crew, when we were climbing these old antennas in Oklahoma, my buddy David Dewey, shout out David D, he would stop every 200 feet and smoke a cigarette and panic. And I would sweat with him. And I wouldn't smoke, but I'd be like, yeah, I'm with you. And then we climb back, right? Like, it's not always about the super athletes that are base jumping.
No.
It's a normal dude that's scared.
Yep.
Terrified.
Yeah, it's like
I've been scared every jump. And listen, every of the 35, every one of them I've left and thought this was it. I'm gonna die. It didn't work, and then pow, it worked, and I was like, I'm doing it again.
Yep.
But there was a second that you accept death. How do you feel about that? Do you accept leaving? Do you accept? I mean, think about your family, your friends, your mother, your parents. Do you, the fucking gainer off the Griffiths place?
So
come on, man. That could have been fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it could have went batshit sideways 10 times over, and fucking that could have been a bad day for sure. The way I like to look at those situations is with base jumping, is preparation. I think is very, very crucial.
Explain how much preparation. I don't think people know.
No, like the amount of time that I've invested, like every athlete that's at a certain level with base, the amount of time that you invest in truly mastering your craft, right? Like when I rock up to an exit, yep. Oh. Go ahead. Yeah, you become obsessive with the sport. Like that is your true passion. That's all you do, to the point where you're waking up at 4 a.m. to go hike at 4:30 to beat the sun in Arizona in the summertime to keep current, to the point where you're going on long runs, you're working out to
obsession.
Taking every BFL post and sitting through and reading it as a lesson. Why did this person die? Each death in base will teach you a lesson. Each death.
BFL, explain it.
So the BFL stands for the base jumping fatality list. So actually, an inside joke is the guy that taught me how to base jump, Adam Ganoom dash BFL number ... And he says like it's coming. No. It means he has mine and I have his, and it's like that ongoing bet of like, first? If you do something stupid, I'm gonna fill yours in. It's like almost that like I would say.
That's not funny, Johnny.
Yeah, well, it keeps you alive. Type of deal.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah, but
damn it, man.
Speaking on that topic is wait, what were we talking about? Because I got distracted. BFL,
jumping base. You don't remember? I don't. Fuck.
Jumping base, and then it comes.
Why do it? It's so dangerous. You're pushing the limits.
Yep.
Like,
I would say, it's not like I'm never on an exit and I'm sitting there going, like when you first get into base jumping, you see it because of the videos, and those the videos attracts attention, that attracts that almost ego in a sense, and then when you start base jumping, you start realizing how real it is. Like your first couple base jumps, you're like, how is someone doing X, Y, and Z off of even the prime? Let's take for example, like you see
fucks, those triple gainers, dude.
But it didn't happen overnight. It's the building process, and the thing that.
But what possesses? Why? It's so much. Why do the backflip on the fucking dude? I think that's the epitome of every base jump I've ever seen in my whole fucking life was your backflip on that thing, right? Because there's been some sketchy ones.
Yeah.
There's been some of those weird ones that there's another one like that, right? With the thing.
I have a couple, yeah. Now I would say it's like
Johnny, what the fuck is your problem? Johnny Lava is my question. Like, okay, Johnny, I have a son named Jackson who's gonna. This is a Jackson video. This is what he's gonna do. What possesses you? What can I tell him? How can I help him on his journey to not strike the cliff on that? Like, it's just
preparation.
Yeah,
like, hey, if you're gonna do high risk activities,
oh fuck, man.
If you're
kids, man.
Yeah, like
my boys want this.
Yeah, if they're gonna do it, which the worst thing you do is tell them not to, and that's something I've always appreciated about my parents. Like they've always said, financially, we're not going to support you on any of these endeavors. But if you ever need a place to crash, you ever need people to talk to, you need anything like emotionally, we have your back. And I think that was like the confidence of saying, okay, I'm not out here trying to prove anything to anyone. I'm out here, honestly, just to not test myself. That's a really deep question and a hard question because
I know it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. I love it because it's making me think about like maybe the reasons why I do it. But like to me, it's just you just know you can. Like you just
ain't that a bitch?
Like it's
because
the worst feeling ever.
You can.
Because you know you can.
That's the worst feeling ever.
And it's not.
There's
know I can get away.
nothing more powerful.
It's fucking.
That's fucked.
Yeah, that's why.
That's what it is. It's not money. It's not fame.
No, it's not.
No one could be there the day. You can go by yourself, but because you know you can.
Yeah.
You'll fucking backflip off the griff with your boy and your fucking thing between your legs.
I know
God
I can.
Bless you, son.
I just know I can do it, and the difference is it's
I know that's the truth in everything. Listen, the base is in your soul.
Yep.
If you want to skydive, if you want to base jump, if you think you can do this shit,
yep.
If you know that you can,
you will.
There's nothing. You're gonna fucking go crazy.
You're gonna do it.
You're gonna go crazy. You're gonna.
Yep.
Do something stupid to yourself if you don't figure out what you can do. And when you figure out you can,
yep,
you fucking go.
That's what base jumping unlocked is like this demon inside of me of knowing I can do things, but if I'm going to do them, if I'm going to do these things, it's going to be because I put in the prep, the time, and I trained to do this.
But I believe
and that builds confidence, right?
I can.
Yes.
So I'm going to do it the best. I'm going to do it better than anybody else because I know I can do it.
I know I can do it because I built up the confidence of the years of everything that you put into the sport, and I think that's really crucial and important. But I think where the problem where base jumping has gotten to is the bear to entry or like the mark to entry has gotten a lot lower, and
gear's cheaper, it's better, there's more coaches, there's more people,
there's more coaches,
there's more exits.
I mean, there's more exposure. Social media has blown it up. I think like first jump courses definitely serve their place for the right person.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that I wasn't I'm a little bit of a loose cannon, but I'm not as loose of a cannon is because I had someone believe in me, take their time and teach me the right way. It's like if you go to a wood shop class, right? You can learn how to go build a birdhouse. But guess what? If you want to go start doing tables and all that, they're going to look like shit. And like courses will teach you this is how everyone jumps. This is, like one standard way. Versus when you get into like a mentorship where it's this is how we're going to approach buildings. When we go to open exits, this is how we're going to do it. But the thing is, it's not natural. It doesn't happen often. It's something
dude, it's such a anomaly what you're saying. But the thing is, if you can get, the guys that offer first jump courses, organized, very together, they're offering something commercialized, go for it.
Yep. So,
But hold on, a ghetto bird motherfucker like me needs some dude that's living in a trailer that's going out with or without you.
with or without your mentality,
A mentor.
a mentor.
A true mentor. Not some dude you paid because you signed up. Well, God bless them. God bless them.
Yep.
Those guys at the bridge, all of them, they're going big. But if you can get some bandito under the drop zone motherfucker to show you the real, because those guys are just trying to make money. This guy just wants somebody to jump with, and he's passionate. If you can get a real mentor, and he's a hermit.
Yep.
He's a hermit, and he doesn't want to fuck with anybody, and he doesn't want to talk to anybody.
Nope.
Let's be real.
Yep.
These guys are not, they're not on social media.
No, they're the silent ninjas.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how, like, Adam, you're not silent at all. You're very present.
Yes.
Yeah, you talk a lot of shit in a good way. But Adam's basically lesson to me was when he started mentoring me. I basically nagged the shit out of him until he said, I'll agree to mentor you. He basically saw me at 19 years old just go death camp myself at Bridge Day and had no mentor, rented a rig off a dude that said it was packed right. And I was like, sweet. And went and
You fucking idiot. Dude.
yeah, I look back on it now. It's like, do not do this. That's not the way to get into it.
Insane. I would never let my son go.
No, and I just blind leading the blind, right?
Yeah,
like ignorance is bliss. Like I had 70 skydives. I knew what the fuck was up. Type of deal. And like that's the mentality I had. But also I was like super young, and when I got back from Bridge Day, Adam was like, oh, we were at a Halloween party to kind of cap off the year, and he was like, I see that you were at Bridge Day. I didn't know you were a base jumper. Like, how many base jumps do you have? And I was like, I did 3. And he's like, oh, you did 3 at Bridge Day. And I was like, no, I have like 3 base jumps. He's like, who's your mentor? I was like, what's a mentor? And
yeah, right.
From there, he's like, I asked him a couple times before, and he's like, no. But basically, he came to that realization of,
I'm doing it anyway, and I'm going to take you by the hand.
Yes.
I do that all the time.
And you see it as a coach.
Fuckers, yeah, you see them, you're like, dude, you're going to do it. You're going to do it.
Yes.
You're going to leave. If we're telling you no and you're going to do it, I got you.
I got you.
Listen to me, though.
Yep.
Listen to me, though. But I got you.
I got you. And you know what the coolest part about Adam is? He is the type of person, just to put this on the record. I'm calling him right now.
Let's go.
He will pick up the phone, no questions asked.
It's fucking 9 o'clock Arizona time. We've been in the tunnel.
Adam.
Hey, dude.
Hey.
What's going on?
I'm just on the air right now.
What up, Adam?
Hey, give me a sec. I'm on a meeting. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
All right.
That's beautiful, Johnny. So that's good friends. That's
dude.
love.
Yep.
This is the DOD. We didn't just come up with this. So we need to tell him.
Okay, we should not be on this conversation.
Yeah. Adam, are you sure this
I'm
is
gonna call you back.
Love you, Adam. We're just proving
no
how
DOD
good your
on this
friendship
show.
is.
WazzyCircus Radio is positive DOD. We love the DOD. We're not talking about the DOD.
Adam, you there?
I was hoping you were calling to tell me you're fucked up so I could get away from this dumpster fire.
Tell you on a podcast.
I'm on a podcast right now, buddy.
Hey, we're trying to represent you, bro.
Yeah, I'm going on a whole lecture about how I annoyed you to teach me how to base jump, and then finally you caved in.
And you're on a DOD contract, bro.
I look back and I'm like, how did a 19-year-old convince 30-year-old me this is a great idea?
Hey, ask him what it was in you that he saw.
Yeah, so we're getting a deep conversation. What was in it that you saw in me? If you could teach to people maybe looking for mentees or, yeah.
I mean, it was pretty evident whether I did it or not, you were gonna do it.
That's what I said.
And you know, there's a difference between like, hey, this kid's like hot to trot, but like you have the energy to do some awesome shit. And like that was my goal, was like teaching you what I learned the hard way and shortcutting you there.
Yeah.
But the motivation I could see, and I was like, all right, like I was kind of like that when I was 19. And then when you
Really?
showed up on time, I was like, come hang out with me. They're like, teach me how to base jump. And I'm like, all right, come hang out with me, come to the gym. And then he showed up like on time. And I was like, all right, we can do that.
Yeah. At 6 a.m. He's like, if you want to hang out with me, meet me at the gym at 6 a.m. And it was like on a Saturday. And I showed up at like 5:45, like eager.
Sick.
Yeah, and then that kind of sparked it. You know,
Hey, Adam, be on my show, bro. Ask him.
Adam, do you want to be on
A
next time
podcast.
you're in Phoenix? Come be on the podcast. I think this would be great.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk about bass. Dude.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think.
reach out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll share the show with you, bro, and you'll hear it, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, that'd be great. Love you, buddy, and thanks for picking up as always.
All right. Love you. Enjoy. Have fun. Later,
All right,
guys.
I'll talk to you.
Yeah, Johnny Lava. John Lavan. This motherfucker's not a game. It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. Like
This is pure bass. So I'm a ghetto bird, man.
Yeah.
My ghetto birds, a lot of them have 500, 600, 700, 800 jumps.
Yeah.
I've got the 35. But it's once you bass jump, it's not like, oh man, skydiving's important, skydiving's big. Get out of the airplane,
Yeah,
approaching
absolutely.
the door, leaving the aircraft is a big fucking deal.
Absolutely.
Base jumping is monumentally huge
Yeah.
for you to face. And there's a death wish involved, I believe, for every one of us because we have to accept it. You have to know. If you don't,
Yep.
you're just not smart.
You're just at that point. I think a little bit bliss to it. I mean, even when I got into it at such a young age, like I experienced some death with some friends in racing, but not to the extent of base jumping. I mean, not even close to the extent of base. I mean, you lose
I've
a
lost
lot
a bunch of friends skydiving, dude. Base jumping,
between like skydiving and base jumping. I think probably I don't know. I can't even put the number on it. It's enough for me to sit there and run like a highlight reel through your head.
this is worse. I think
Yeah.
I've lost more friends to suicide than skydiving or base jumping at this point.
Yep.
And like I said, it's the best dude, so it's really tough.
Yep.
All
So-
right.
Yeah. I
Oh man. You can't address base without the fatalities.
mean, no.
But on the other hand, the adrenaline, the rush, the excitement, it's amazing.
There's nothing like it on the world. Like in the world.
Pull up another video for me.
Yeah, absolutely. What would you like to see?
Anything.
Okay, sweet. So I would say base jumping is the most fun that you can have with your clothes on.
So listen, it's you've been driving down the road. You look to the side. If you don't have mountains in your town, it's different. But we have mountains here.
Yep.
I look over them like I could exit off of that. I could exit off of that. I could exit off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Base jumping allows you to make daydreams come true.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You stare at a face. You're like, that shit is vertical. Let's go.
Yep, that, and then I think something that base jumping does as well is it like before I would come into iFly. I mean, you can attest to this. I would go wake up at 4:30. I would go jump out in the soups, and I would make it to work on time by 10 a.m., 8 a.m. And then I would sit here and get here to work early because I had nothing else to do. And I would sit in front of the tunnel and I'd pack my parachute. And I did that multiple times a week. That was just kind of my morning routine. And it's...
Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad for everyone that does not live their purpose.
Yeah, and it's
Because yes, 4 o'clock in the morning,
I
you
get up
sleep.
stoked.
There's no
you know?
reason to get up unless you're fucking stoked.
Yeah, that's
What
like...
stokes you out? A base, a paramotor flight,
Yeah.
a speed flight, and you go hike, and you go fly, and then you go to work,
Yep.
and you've accomplished more. It's like the old army commercials. We've
Yep.
accomplished more before 6 a.m. than you do your entire fucking lives, bro.
Yeah, I would like in that during that time, like when you knew me in the tunnel, like I had a girlfriend at the time where it was like I would just get mean and just turn into an asshole. She's like, you just need to go base jump and just get your fucking head clear because it's like, yeah, like it kind of makes
She
you.
used to say that to me. She's like,
She's like, just
you need to go
do-
skydive and
Yeah.
stop talking to
Yeah,
me.
stop talking because it's like I don't know, like the mind never shuts off and it gets to the point where it's just like, yeah, it just becomes normal. And but the thing is, like you see certain instructors getting mad at their students for this, and it's like after you go do something like that in the morning, that's how you start your day off.
That's how you
It's
start
like,
your day off.
It's like I'm just stoked to talk to people and
Yes.
you're just happy and
Oh.
it just like it brings like it's like the best coffee you can have. It's like taking a million Adderall before you start your day, you know? Like it's great.
So you brought up a great point, and it's not just instructors. And I love instructors.
people.
They're my children. It's people. If you don't do something hard,
yeah.
period, Period. Base jumping's hard, bro.
It's not easy.
I mean, you see the Instagram, you see the gainers, the front flips. It's a 2-hour hike. Your feet fucking hurt. You're hungry. You haven't eaten. You probably haven't taken a shit. You got up early. Your friends are going. You were late. You didn't want to go.
Yep. Your friends are making fun of you the whole hike.
I didn't want to go. I'm like, I didn't want to be here, but I'm fucking doing it anyway. People had to drag me out. It's hard. It's comfort zone adjacent, bro. There's no comfort in any of this. It's not easy.
It's not comfortable.
It's not really fun until the jump, but it's worth it. It's something to reach for that's hard. Yeah. And that's why I respect it so much.
Absolutely. Like, I think that's one of the beautiful things about B.A.S.E in particular, and even speed flying, because it gets into a lot of the backcountry and a lot of like exploring. I mean, even just opening up new exit. What do you guys call it? Top launches?
Exits. Well, I call it exits.
Okay, exits.
I'm not opening up shit.
Yeah, just open up new lines, like new terrain to fly.
Dude.
Like you're looking at fly site data. You're doing all the same steps, and that's why I kind of classify like proximity wingsuit flying, base jumping, and then also speed flying.
Canopy sports, man.
Yeah, canopy sports, skydiving. I mean, you kind of just jumping off the plane, like, you know what I mean? Like
somebody spotted for you. I understand.
There's a certain level of skydiving.
Skydiving's very catered.
Yes. But with base jumping, you got to work for it.
It's raw, baby.
If you want to go do some of the like the big mission stuff, you want to go out to Europe, you want to go like, and I'm not talking riding gondolas up, like you want to go jump like, and that's the cool thing is like you could start off thinking
hike and flies. That's what we call them.
Yeah, well you could start off with base where it's just super easy and chill, and then you want to go do something hard. Well, guess what? To go do that exit, you're gonna now have to go to a climbing gym. You're gonna have to go learn how to climb. You're gonna have to go learn how to scramble. You're gonna have to go do.
Oh, you're not gonna make a 6-hour fucking hike.
Exactly, because you'll go do it one time unprepared, and then like
it's over.
The worst feeling ever, and you're like, I'm so prepared. But the thing is, that's not what gets you how you feel. It's the fact that your friends, like at least my base jumping friends, talking shit to you the whole time. If you're the last one, like on the hike, like
just
fucking pick it up. We're waiting for you, and they're like screaming at you.
I'm at the gym, bro.
Yeah, and it's like you never want to be that dude, like holding up the group, and then it's that sense of accountability that
it gives. Same thing with hunting.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with hunting.
Yep.
If somebody's dragging back, you're like, you're a fucking bitch.
yeah. You never want to be like the weak link.
You never want to be the weak link. Hey, but something to push you to strive for physical excellence.
Absolutely.
Paramotoring, same thing. I gotta carry 70 pounds on my back, and I gotta run. I gotta jog with kettlebells, man. I gotta do squats and shit.
You are in incredible shape from all the tunnel flying. Like after being an instructor, like I gotta work out like a lot now to keep up at the same stamina of taking 5 classes a day of 30 minutes. Like it was crazy.
To leave Phoenix would be tough physically, because you would deteriorate. I've seen guys tell instructors move up to management and get chubby and just it's over.
They lose it, and they can barely take a 30-minute class.
They can't.
You know, like
they can't.
I mean, there was that one day where I took like 200 high flights in a day, and it was like just this is what we're doing because I was the only high flight and certified instructor on shift that day.
It's still like that.
Yeah, and it's like, but you know, like that type of work where you're in the tunnel and it's like if you can't get tired because if you get tired and someone gets hurt, you know what it's like being in a safety meeting and getting your ass chewed out. You never want to do that.
No, but hold on. Hiking, moving, buildings, cliffs. What's your deal? What's better? What's better?
I'll give you the lineup.
Yes, go.
So to me, the
spans, bridges.
Yeah. I'll give you the
bases, buildings, antennas, spans, which are bridges.
Yep.
And earth, which are cliffs.
Yep. And then you have other, which is
which are
a rocket ship you could jump off of.
So what's preventing me from getting my base number is I have antenna, I have bridges, and I have earth. But my building was a crane.
Oh, fuck!
Above the building.
Yeah.
My kid was Talus. You met Talus.
Yeah.
Talus was being born.
Talus is a shredder, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, he's a dude. He's
great flyer.
He's going
just
to
putting it on the record.
30 days before he was born, we base jumped off his hospital.
Oh, no shit.
But it was a crane because the building was too low. So I never filed for my base number because I never had a real building because I was jumping cranes over a building. Yeah. And then after that, I quit.
Well, I respect that. You know what I mean? Like you're like, I see that this, but what you have is you have other.
I have other.
You have other.
But I don't have the B, the true B.
We can go to B anytime you want, my man. You just
I
give me a
pack.
text
I
message.
got my rig.
Yeah,
Hey.
just pack.
Hey, beautiful story.
Yeah.
Paul B.A.S.E. Paul B.A.S.E. is my friend. He wanted to start base jumping. I was not base jumping. So I said, Paul, use my rig.
Yep.
Learn how to base jump. I knew he was going to buy new shit, right?
Yep.
So Paul took my rig, went to the bridge, made some jumps, bought some new gear, and then passed away from but he didn't kill himself. Holy shit, what a plus.
What a plus.
Right?
Kill
Fuck.
himself.
So he just died.
Fuck.
I don't know if it's a plus.
It's sad when you get to that point in your life where you're like, well, at least he didn't kill
Yeah,
himself.
fuck. So, yeah. But then I got my rig back from Paul. I'm gonna jump it again, but I think I'm done base jumping. I think I'm gonna speed flying. I think I'm done paramotoring.
Really?
Yeah, I want to run, dude. Listen, 2-stroke, fuel,
a lot of work.
motors. No, it's noise. It's loud. It stinks.
So what's your thoughts on electric paramotors?
I don't want to do it. I
wanna do it?
don't
All right.
care about propellers anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going vegan, bro.
Going vegan.
I'm going vegan, bro.
You love your eating meat
Canopies.
and all that. Okay.
Canopy.
Oh, vegan canopy.
Silence.
I was
No
gonna
motors, no fuel, no noise. I want to run off mountainsides with
Yeah.
my kids. I want to hike up for 3 hours painfully. I
Yep.
want the painful hike.
The pain.
I want snacks and laughter and struggle. And we get to the top and we hug each other and
Yep.
we're in tears and the wind's right and we fucking fly.
And you land and you're like, we did it. We did
Dude,
that.
I'm-
We did that. Like you look back up at the mountain and you point at the spot you exit from and
It's here. It's on me right now.
I did that with my buddy, you know?
I
can't imagine
I'm not
with-
going to speak more than this, but I'm done with everything else pretty much. I want to fly mountains with my family. And it's that beautiful.
I can't imagine doing that with like your son.
Sons
Sons.
and wife.
With your family.
Wife.
Like the feeling I get because
Wifey goes first. Follow your mom, bro. I'm going to follow you two. I'm going to film all three of you. We're going to land and we're going to cook some brats and some steaks
yeah.
and do some ground launching. And then when the winds die down around 3 or 4 o'clock, we're hiking up again.
We're hiking up and doing it again. And
No otters, no caravans. I'm done. No sky vans. I love you. I didn't mean that. I'll edit that out.
yeah.
But yo, there's a different level to this shit.
There's a different level.
You can fly with your family.
Yeah.
You can fly.
And you could do it in a safe manner.
Safe, beautiful,
So what
wonderful. Lake Isabella.
So
Lake
where's
Isabella. Go listen. If you're listening to me, take your family, your wife, and your fucking 7-year-old. Go to Lake Isabella and learn how to speed fly. Base jumping is out of my realm, man.
Yeah.
It's fucked, man.
It
Base jump is fucked up.
definitely has its
It's a young man's thing. But
that's a great way of
me
saying it was.
At
Yeah.
almost 50 years old, if I break my leg, it doesn't take 4 months. It
No.
takes a year and a half, and then I'll limp forever.
Yep.
It's a young man's thing. So if you're going to do it, go. And the
Go.
technology's there.
Yep.
Exile base.
Exile base. Make
The
sure
technology, this motherfucker has 5 feet fucking... Dude, 5 feet that way, he dies. Skydiving, there's nothing over there. Exile
Nah.
base. You trust it, I trust it.
Yeah. I mean, I trust it. I trust it with my life. I really do. And I mean, actually, I can say that confidently. I trust it with my life because I do trust it with my life. But
Why?
I would say the main reason is just the feel of the canopy.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can get into science, you can get into all this stuff.
And it's there.
It's just the feel.
And what's the dude's name that designed it?
Chase Renford, aka
Chase Renford.
if you look at Adrenaline Addiction,
Adrenaline Addiction.
he runs
Instagram?
first jump courses, and he runs a very unique kind of first jump course
That's
that I
dope.
think's very different. And you teach your own, and I never shit on teachers because
Yeah,
I know
but
it.
Chase is doing it good. Where's he at?
Chase teaches courses out in Idaho. and
Idaho.
Yep. So Twin Falls. And
Twin
then
Falls.
also I would, I think he's doing another Brazil course. He did one last year.
Okay.
for terminals.
Chase what?
Chase Renford.
Chase Renford.
And then people know him as either Adrenaline Addiction or the Exile Bass guy.
Okay.
So one
Let's
of the
go.
two, like it kind of has like the three names, but I would say if you're gonna go do a course, there's
Let's
nothing
go.
quite like a Chase course
Let's go.
because I've helped with some of them, and I love the perspective he brings. It's kind of that old school mentality, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Where it's
You're gonna die if you don't fucking do what you have to do.
And
don't depend on the gear.
Yep.
Nothing works. You gotta fucking live and do everything right. That's
and I'm
old
not going to
school.
sugarcoat what we're doing,
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of base jumping has gotten sugar-coated in a way.
Because the technology is fucking so advanced that people think they can depend on it.
Well, and I think like I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't want to face the fact of what we do is very dangerous, and
Yeah.
it's
Because it's on
a hard pill
Instagram,
to
bro.
swallow.
It's on Instagram. It's like going to a beach,
Yeah,
going to a restaurant, or doing a base jump.
yeah. So let me pull up real quick. If you
Let's
go
do
on
it.
my Instagram.
Let's do it.
So you could pull up like I'm talking a 10-second reel. That 10-second reel is years of work.
Yo, let's go.
So if you go to
Yeah, Johnny Lava, no joke, man. My base jumps, man, we have fucking tried. I have been, 35 base jumps, 55 crawl downs, easily, right? Like, I've had to quit. I've had to crawl down. Look at that beautiful scene of Moab.
Oh yeah. So this is actually a world
Hey,
first right here.
Mom, let's pause. Can we pause? I gotta pee so bad.
Oh yeah. I have to pee as
I
well.
have to
I
pee.
mean, I'm not gonna stop and restart. You can just cut out this segment.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go pee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to pee so bad, Johnny Lava. This is good, right? This is so good. We're almost done. You're gonna read a story and then we're out of here. But I got it.
stay as long as you want me to.
Dude, my eyes are floating. Hey, look at the tunnel. Isn't that cool? Hey, show them studio. Show them.
Oh yeah. You want to set up? It's fucking sick.
Hey, we're at the tunnel.
Yeah, we're actually at the tunnel. Yeah. Look at this. And then have like full mics, and then I've been showing some like clips and edits, and it's a full-on setup. Yeah.
Adam, please be on the show, bro.
Yeah. Adam, I think would be a great person to talk about basically a history of bass.
Let's
I
go.
feel Like I'm the young generation of bass. Adam's kind of like the history.
I would love to have it. I would love to have him.
All right, well, I'm getting back to the podcast. I'll
What's
call you later.
that? Is that him?
Waz, real quick, I don't know if your viewership's ready for the videos I have to share.
They are. They're ready, bro. I'm ready, Adam. I'm ready, bro.
Adam, bring your hard drive.
Let's go. Hey, we're about to have a dope guest. Hey.
Love you guys. See you.
Yeah, man. Hey, dude. I'll buy that dude dinner. Let's go.
No. I mean, Adam is the epiphany of someone that just loves to talk.
Let's go.
So yeah, I'll
I'm
bring
with
him
it.
in for that. But
All right. Is that him right there? That's with you guys?
no, so that clip in particular, that was
Hit
in.
record. Fuck it. Let's go.
I never stopped.
Okay,
Oh,
let's go.
sweet.
Put it-
Yeah.
There you go.
So right here, this is a world's first, we believe. I mean, you never know with base jumping.
What? Flip twist? Fucking.
So it was basically a hand like plant, if you want to call it that, push off each other. I did a full full and a back full. Proper words.
Oh, he did double backflip.
He did a double backflip.
Quadruple.
No, so he did
That was 4.
a back full and then back, I believe.
Okay, let's do that. Okay.
And then right there full as I'm
oh
backing
my
out.
God.
So
Are
that's
you guys seeing this shit? This is Kuala Lumpur?
yeah. So this is at KL. So the biggest thing is like when you're doing 2As like this is all staged of, hey, I'm doing X amount of flips, you're doing X amount of
Yeah,
flips.
so you're not on level when
Yes.
you open.
And then also it's about like a lot of our 2As. Like I'll pull up another one.
Hold on, one more time. Let that
Yeah.
shit run. Look at the force they push away from each other with.
Oh,
1,
yeah.
2, 3. Ugh! You see
Everything.
how hard? Because the flip twist and double back, you guys need some space. Oh my God.
Yeah. Like it's prepping for that.
How did you get into aerials? Did you do dives? Were you off a diving board a couple times in the pool?
So that's a great question.
Oh, all of them. Go back up. Why is he on your shoulders? Let's do this. Let's do this, Johnny. Who is that on your fucking shoulders?
So right here is I'm on top of Chase's shoulders.
That's you?
Yeah.
No
so that's,
facial hair.
yeah, that
You
was
look like a girl.
I know. I was a little baby at that time. I think what was this? A couple
17, 18?
No, it was. I mean, later than that. It was like. I mean, I was only 17 and 17, but like this is like it's like 2000.
When were you born? You were born
21,
2000?
22. Yeah, I was born in 2000.
So your age is the year.
Is the year?
So you're
It's-
24.
yeah, it's the
That's
easiest thing.
crazy.
Isn't it? It's so easy.
That is so easy.
Let's see.
He's like, I was 17 to 17. What does that mean, Johnny? All right, here we go.
And then you'll appreciate what we did.
What the fuck are you doing? How old are you?
I was 22 in that video.
So you're just fucked up. Your brain has no concept of reality.
I mean,
Seriously.
at this point,
Seriously.
yeah.
You know, people work hard and they go to jobs. You know what I mean? You're 22. What the fuck are you doing at 22?
Yeah.
Let's go to another one. Hey, man. Hey, I think you're the best human that's ever. This is what humans should do. What is that, Exile? How do I get sponsored by Exile? I need a sponsorship, Exile.
Exile, we can hook him up.
Let's go. I'm not going to do any of this shit, Exile.
Talk about it.
So I'll show
Oh
you
my God. What are you guys doing now? What country is this?
So this was all throughout Italy and
Italy and...
a couple. I think it was Italy,
Oh!
Switzerland, and
What
France.
are you doing?
Oh yeah, this was like before I really got
DZ,
good
baby.
at flying.
That's my home DZ, but that's very far from Italy.
So in the beginning clip, that was called. I'm trying to think of what it is.
So look,
Sore
he's
thumb.
not a fucking joke, man. Hey, Lavan can angle fly better than half you bitches, and then now he's doing front flips off a saguaro. Just so you know. I named my kid after that cliff. Run
Yeah.
that back. Talis has got his name after that cliff. This is saguaro.
Yeah.
I named my kid after that cliff.
Honestly, just for you guys'
That's
purposes,
that's
what
superstition.
we'll do is we'll YouTube, because then you can do full screen and make it more.
Let's go.
Yeah, make it like this will be an intermission spot.
Yo, WazzyCircus Radio, man. I have the coolest fucking friends,
You
man.
got some cool ass friends.
You guys have no idea. Like, I pray that you can look up to the people you hang out with.
Absolutely. I think that's most
That's
important.
tough. That's tough because normally I'm the coolest dude I know, and not right now. I think it's the brother in me, man. We're not doing that shit. Like, it's terrifying for me every time, John. Like, there's never a base jump that goes by easily. Not one of them. Even at the bridge, dude, when I'm crawling over the handrail and trying to hold on and get my pilot chute together or make sure it's tucked or standing on top of it. Dude, standing on top of that handrail was the scariest thing I've ever done.
I mean, it's always scary. Like, that's what I tell
Like,
people.
terrifying.
Like,
It's not easy.
base jumping never not gets scary. It is always terrifying.
Everyone.
And
You're backflip into the thing. Everything's scary.
Yep. And that's what, like, I try to kind of.
How do you deal? What do you say? What do you say? What are the words?
3, 2, 1 titties. Those are always my words. But I have a tattoo on me. Those are my words. You know,
It's not Jesus loves me.
No,
the
it's-
Holy Spirit
it's-
reigns. It's 3, 2, 1 titties.
titties is what gets me through
It's
a lot
not
of my
King
hard
David
times.
slew the fucking Jeb.
I mean, I really think titties have the solution to life, you know. But no. In all honesty, there's a saying that Chase
Titties.
I have tattooed on me, but Chase taught me from someone that he loved dearly that passed away. No stress, just enjoy. Don't stress about it. Just enjoy that moment.
Chill out and enjoy.
Because in 30 seconds, in a year, 2 years, 5 years, we could be dead. So don't stress about this present time when you're alive, breathing. Just enjoy it. And I think that is an incredible statement to make is don't stress about the little fucking things. Don't stress in life. Like, it takes a lot for me to get stressed out. And I think that is the big message. I have it tattooed on myself from him, but it's, just don't stress. Just enjoy.
Simplicity's genius.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, don't stress.
Just enjoy it. Just
Grab the book. Grab the book. We got to end this. We've been here. This is a long podcast. How long is this podcast? Hey, dude, I could talk to you all day.
Oh, I know. We could go for like 6
I
hours
could go all day.
straight. I have absolutely enjoyed being on the podcast. Like, thank you for having me out. This has been a blast. This has been like the most easy talking, and we'll end it on some gnarly clips.
But here's the deal. I wish I could muster up the courage to go hang out with you guys. I've had the invite. I'm here in Arizona. You guys are at the Soups. You're in the canyon. What's the canyon? Peralta?
You got the Superstitions. You got Peralta. You got Sedona.
Camelback. You guys are out there rocking. Jaren's out there. I don't take advantage, man.
Yep.
I'm scared, Johnny Lava. I might come over it, but I might be over that chase. I might be over that chase. I love it. I enjoy it, but I don't think it's for me anymore.
You have a lot to lose now.
Right.
Yeah.
But speed flying's just as dangerous as fuck, but it's less risk, more reward.
Yep.
Because there's no opening. Here's the deal. It's the opening.
Yeah.
Getting the canopy flying.
Yeah.
If I can just lay it out and run forward and it's open, I'm good and I can fly just as much as you without the risk of the deployment. And I think that's what I've realized as a 50-year-old fucking skydiver. I've been doing it for 20 years. I don't want to deter anyone. Go fly in a tunnel. Go do angles. Go do your thing. WazzyCircus might be speed flying and less skydiving in the future.
So I think
said it out loud.
I think you nailed that on the absolute head. To end the kind of all this off is, you have someone young like myself, and then you have two different spectrums talking, and you're right now talking about having that purpose of you have children, you have a wife, you have a family where
look at this shit. I can't.
Where if
maybe
if you weren't there, like that would really mess up a lot. And it's good to have fun while you can and enjoy the moments, but like it's like the second I have children, this is over.
Yeah.
Like I'm not doing 2-way link jumps and weird shit like this. That's not gonna happen when I have children. Like this
be young.
Yeah. I mean, this is all when I was like 19 and 20. Maybe 21 at the most.
But listen, if you have kids at 20, you're not doing this.
No, absolutely not. And
you gotta go live, man. Hey, if anything you take from this show is fucking live.
Yep. And the only reason I make...
And then go clock in.
Yeah, like the only reason I make any of these videos isn't even like for YouTube or any of that. Like, honestly, bullshit. It's more of just like, I can't wait to have kids someday. And then just like try to
ready.
And just get reckless and be like, listen... Your dad, your mom might be a little uptight, but like your dad,
he was cool.
I was cool. Look what I used to do. Like that type of mentality. So this is where I almost died.
Hey, hold on. Let me. Oh shit! Where was that?
That was in the superstitions. So that was that lesson.
Goddamn flip twist.
That was what I was telling you about always making sure that you have full.
Look at this dude. This is my dude. This is one of my friends. I have cool friends. John Lavan, find the story. WazzyCircus Radio. You guys can support us on Patreon or not. Who gives a fuck, man?
Yeah.
We don't care. We're going to keep doing it. We love it. We're going to keep doing it. You want to support us? Please support us. It buys more stuff. But if you don't, listen, enjoy it. I've been blessed with a trip to Abu Dhabi. I'm going in 20 days from now to... commentate on the pylon races in the 32-foot tunnel. You guys are coming with me? Enjoy the trip, man. We're doing big things, and it's because of you guys. Jeff Gowie. Shout out to Jeff Gowie, original Patreon. John O'Rear, man, my people. I've got people that have supported me. Why are we watching commercials about dogs? What are we doing? What is this? I make a YouTube. Hey, without you guys, we couldn't do this, and we're going to continue doing this. We're the tunnel. Look, we bought these banners with your money. This is Patreon shit. We really appreciate you. I'm lucky to have good friends like John, but I'm going to run out of friends. I'm going to have to start paying people.
No, just make friends. You're easy to make friends.
I try, man. I try. But, hey, please support us on Patreon and anything else. Or not. Don't care. WazzyCircus, we're about to have... Look. These are dope. We're about to have more shirts. We're about to have gear. We're about to have sweaters. But here it is. We're in the experimental phase, and I'm not going to ship anything out that I wouldn't wear myself every fucking weekend.
Amen.
So when I put a commercial out and I say, get this, it's going to be limited to 100, 150 because, goddamn, it's expensive. And that's it. But I'm not going to sell you anything that I wouldn't wear myself. Lava. Johnny Lava.
And
Exile Base. How do they find you on Instagram?
Exile B.A.S.E. So look up Exile B.A.S.E, but my personal Instagram is J_Lavan, Lavan. And then on YouTube as well as John Lavan, and Facebook is John Lavan. But yeah, thanks for listening to some of my stories, some of our rants. But I just appreciate the time. Thank you, Waz. It's been a good time.
Man. I love you to death, bro.
Sorry for the viewers if we got off topic a little bit.
Oh, dude, don't apologize to those fucks.
Oh,
listen, no shit that I thought I was going to die.
And this is like every day of me and Waz working together. We just get lost on these like topics to the point where like our classes are running late. And we're like,
oh, this is my friend.
Yeah.
This is my friend that's rad. So I'm like, I went paramotoring this morning and I was over the superstitions. You're like, what'd you do? I'm like, I went base jumping. I'm like, what'd you do?
Show me the video.
And
then, like, we were pulling out our laptops at work. Like, I would bring my laptop just to show Waz, like, hey, this is what I'm doing. So, yeah, to all the viewers out there, and thanks for listening to our rants, and we appreciate it.
Tunnel instructors, man, we have the best lives.
We do. We're so blessed. We're so
blessed. We're just broke.
And the last thing to leave it off on, I know I said it like 17 times, is once you leave the tunnel, you realize how beautiful that time was, because there is no job on the planet that will ever match working in the tunnel, having fun with your buddies every day, getting to fly lines for free.
For free.
And then you sit there and get mad at your classes, like, and then you see some
You'll get
actual
over
works.
it.
Yeah. Like,
get over it.
So any young tunnel instructors out there that get frustrated with classes, just enjoy it while you got it. Don't stress. Don't stress about it because it's so much fun.
So if you ever question why I've never left, because I don't want to do anything else.
You want to have fun.
I have to have fun.
You got to.
Griffiths.
The Griffiths is fun.
Here we go. Johnny Lava, we're wrapping it up. How long has it been? What is this show?
Very long.
What is it?
220.
That ain't that fucking long.
Yeah, we did good.
That's good. All right.
So the quote I'm going to end it on is adrenaline kicks in.
Adrenaline kicks in.
And I figure that matches kind of my life a little bit.
Let's go.
It was my 44th jump on July 12th, 1973. No shit.
Woo!
There I was.
No shit that
In
I
a
was.
violent spin under my brand new, wait, let me read that line.
Yeah,
got that.
Go.
In a violent spin under my brand new cloud. This spin was so bad that my body was prone to the ground.
Look up cloud parachutes. I think it's a square. I don't think it's a round.
All I could see was a crumpled yellow and black ball of garbage screaming at me.
We've all seen it.
I know. And like, I was just, honestly, I'm just being honest with you guys. I was just flipping through this and I saw adrenaline kicking and I go, tell me more.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. I want to read it. So that's what kind of drew me into it. But yeah, thank you, Oz.
That wasn't the end of the story, was it?
Oh, do I have to read the whole page?
You fuck yes, John Lava. You can read a paragraph.
I thought I'm dyslexic, dude. Like, that's a big thing for me.
Oh yeah, read it.
The first time I tried to grab my cap wells, I failed.
Do you know what capwells are?
No, what are cap wells?
They're metal boxes. Look. Instead of a cutaway system, it's a metal box right here. You pop them open, grab these levers, and pull them down to release the main.
Wait, what? To release the main?
Yes. It's a metal box. You open them and you grab levers and you pull them. It's the cutaway. It's the original cutaway. The cap.
No shit.
Yes, dude. Yes.
Really?
These stories are intense, bro. Let's go.
Okay. Give me 1 sec to read the paragraph.
Yes. Yo, go.
Paragraph. I
Dude.
just need a sec because
I have people read the book and they're like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Yes. This is not a game." Hey, correct me on the cap wells, but I know it's a metal box. You pop open, there's levers inside. You pull the levers, and hopefully the main releases. And if it doesn't open, you gotta punch the cap wells. Is that true? Please talk to me, son. Let's go, Johnny Lava. Let's go.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna start from the top to make it
go,
easy for editing.
Let's go.
The story I chose out of your beautiful book.
No, I'm not editing that.
Okay.
We're going straight into it. Yeah.
Do you want me to start from the second paragraph?
Nope. From the top.
All right. From the top. It was my 44th jump on April 12th,
1973.
1973 it was.
I was born in 76.
No shit.
What year were you born?
2000.
Oh, you fucking baby. 73. 17 years before you. This dude was, 73. Is that right?
Yeah, the dude's 73 years older than me.
23.
I was born in 2020. So it's what?
23 years. I don't know my math. I'm fucked up. But still.
I'm pretty fucked up.
Yeah, we've been drinking. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's been 23 years.
43 years. He's 43 years old. Go ahead.
No shit. There I was in a violent spin under my brand new cloud. This spin was so bad that my body was prone to the ground. All I could see was a clump yellow and black. All I could see was a clumped yellow and black ball of garbage screaming at me. Yeah, I know that. The first time I tried to grab my cap wells, I failed. The force was so strong, I underestimated the strength of it. Wait.
Hold on. John, let's stop.
Yep.
73. From reading this book, I believe it's all belly mounted.
Yes.
It's not piggyback yet. So they're deploying from their bellies.
Oh, like the belly mains?
Yes.
No shit.
So he's throwing up.
Fucking A.
Yes. And he's looking at a round of bush. There's no squares. It's 73. It's 73. There's no fucking PD. There's no velocities.
You got no AD. You got no RSL.
No. RSL, no. There's military cap wells. It's 73. He's on his back looking up. Let's go.
So, I do you always have it get read out of this book?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was going to read a line, like a full-on paragraph for my own writing out of my heart.
Oh, let's go.
Would that be better?
Let's
Because
go.
like a full-on base jumper. Because everyone skydiving follows the same guidelines.
No, you got to finish the story and then we'll do that.
Okay.
Just for the book's sake.
Just from the book's sake.
I love you, but then we'll do the base and then we'll get out of here. Look at mama. Let's go.
Wait, someone already signed it. Does that mean that they read it?
You already read it, but let's finish
Okay, I'm going to finish reading
it.
it.
You're going to double sign it. I told you to find one that hasn't been signed inside your name.
I just saw
John,
adrenaline and I got excited.
God damn it. Let's go.
This is why I'm me, man.
I love you.
Okay. The force was so strong, I underestimated the strength it would take
To
just
get the cap wells. So then they're back spinning and they can't pop.
the force. They're pulling G's.
It's G's.
Pulling G's. So the force was so strong, I underestimated the strength it would take just to reach them. I thought to myself,
Just to reach them.
Just to reach
up and not.
So you know they're like,
yes, I'm gonna die.
because we felt that G spin. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like that just
a bunch of times.
Yeah, too many times. But I thought to myself, I thought to myself that I'd. Sorry, Watson.
Good, you're good.
I thought to myself that I'd better get it together and okay. I thought to myself that I'd better get it together and fast. The second attempt was successful. My adrenaline kicked.
Yes.
You know, like
Clarity.
when the adrenaline kicks in.
Clarity.
So my adrenaline kicked in, and I could have ripped a car in two.
Yeah.
Off-
Superman.
So like full on like mother with a child, all that.
Yes.
Off I went across the sky as my reserve came out. A loud, sudden pow! And I was sitting underneath my round reserve. So they're using round reserves at this time. Just to get it to the folks.
It's 1973.
Using round reserves.
You were born in 89 or something.
2000.
Same thing.
Same thing. I looked down, ready to hit the ground. I like that line. I looked down, ready to hit the ground. Yeah, I looked down, ready to hit the ground. But my spirit, I still had plenty of altitude left. What seemed like minutes just. Wait, I'm sorry. This whiskey's kind of fucking me up.
Yeah. You said Maker's Mark. You said Maker's Mark.
I know I did because that's usually what I drink, but not when I'm doing a podcast.
All right. It was seemed like minutes.
What seemed like minutes had just a fraction of a second. Woohoo! To find death again. I can relate to that. Like that's like the I'm not scared, but I'm shitting my pants.
Yeah.
I never felt more alive and after I landed.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like that minute of that. And I'm going to leave this.
Yes, double sign it. WazzyCircus Radio.
Boom.
God bless. Exile B.A.S.E.
Got to leave one quote for all the new jumpers out there.
One quote.
That will take
Let's go.
2 seconds.
All right, we're with it. Patreon. Hit us up. So much fun, man. We love doing this, man. We're going to do it whether you support us or not. So you might as well support us. Johnny Lavan. God loves me, and I meet the coolest people. And I'm going to Abu Dhabi to fucking announce the races soon. You guys get behind us. Johnny, what are you doing? What you got?
I'm pulling up the quote.
Okay. WazzyCircus Radio, Spotify, iTunes. Mama's tired.
Let's see.
I edited that out.
No, wrong quote.
Let's
Sorry,
go.
I got a lot of quotes.
Just take it. Let's go.
I'm looking for it. Give me
Take
one
your
second.
time. Take your time. I have edit power. Mom, look at my grays. Should I dye my beard?
Because it's a great quote to leave on.
I believe it. I'm gonna edit this out. So, boom shakalaka, I am the chief rocker. All right, here we go. Bass, how low can you go? 280 mojo is all a brother know. I move slicker than a black cat. I move slicker than a black cat. Raven is the flick, and the other got a blackjack.
I got it.
Let's go.
So this quote goes out to some dark times in bass, just as a reminder to anyone getting into the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Once in a while, we get a stark reminder of the consequences of our sports. The bonds that we create with the fellow jumpers are some of the strongest possibilities. I'm going to restart that.
Well, go ahead.
From the top.
Let's go.
Once in a while, we get a stark reminder of the consequences of our sport. The bonds that we create with fellow jumpers are some of the strongest possible, and the effective.
Take your time, bro. Take your
I'm
time.
so
This is a
sorry.
big deal. No, don't be sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. I can edit, John. I can edit.
Okay, cool.
Chill.
Sorry.
Breathe. Take a deep
I
breath.
just read this real quick. Once in a while, we get a stark
Yeah.
reminder of the consequences of our sport. The bond we create with fellow jumpers are some of the strongest. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Once in a while, we get a stark reminder of the consequences of our sport. The bonds that we create with fellow jumpers are some of the strong possibilities and the effects that death has in our sport.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, I'm so sorry.
No, read it, bro.
I'm reading the top again.
This is heavy. Go.
Yeah, this is hard to read.
Take your time.
Once in a while, we get a stark reminder of the consequences of our sport. The bonds that we create with fellow jumpers are some of the strongest possible, and the effects that death has in our sport radiate throughout the community. The loss of one won't change the community that many of us have to the sport, but it shall serve to change the way we perceive it. A reminder to keep the odds. A reminder to keep the odds stacked in our favor through many.
Take your time, dude. Take your time.
I'm
Take
so
your
sorry.
time. Take your time.
I'm a bad reader.
No, you're not. You're not.
It's
You
when
really
I try to
not.
read shit out loud. It
Just
never
take your
comes out.
time, dude. You got it.
All
You're
right.
doing great.
Sorry, Waz.
Don't be sorry. It
I'm-
sounds amazing. You're doing good. Hey, Johnny, just read it. Just read it. You're good. Don't second guess yourself.
I know. I do that. Once in a while, we get a stark reminder of the consequences of our sport.
Uh-huh.
The bonds we create with fellow jumpers are some of the strongest possible, and the effects that death has in our sport throughout the community. The loss of one won't change the community. That many of us have the sport, but it should serve to change the way that we perceive it.
Yes.
A reminder to keep the odds stacked in our favor throughout favor through many in our favor through many means under our control is the silver lining we can take away from such a dark event.
Yes.
Keep shredding the skies, brother. Love you, Chris Nielsen.
Yes.
So that was like if you were to read that, it might sound better, but that was for Chris Nielsen. But it was
Yes.
basically saying keep the
All of
odds
us.
stacked against us. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. I'm good at writing. I suck at fucking reading out loud.
You're all good.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a master of aerials. You're a master of very distinct, dangerous base jumps. There's a guy that wants to be you. What would you say to him? He has 0 skydives. He's showing up to the drop zone. He signed up for AFF. He thinks he wants to wingsuit, but he really wants to base jump, and he wants to do the fucking backflip on the Griffins.
I was that guy.
Yes.
Have 0 ego.
Okay.
Take every opportunity as a learning lesson and train your ass off. Dial in flips. And when there's someone that's better than you, shut the fuck up and listen.
Respect.
That's all it is.
WazzyCircus Radio. Last show of 2024, baby! It's done! Woo! Johnny Lava! The best that's ever done it. The best that will ever do it. God damn it. Love.
Love you guys.